And welcome. Thank you all for coming out. Happy Mother's Day for everyone that applies to. We've got a fun exhibition game today for you between the Tiger Lilies and the Snapdragons. Now, before we get started, please stay on your side of those black bumpers. That is for your safety and the safety of the skaters. Also, don't walk in front of everybody while the action is going. Wait for those 30 seconds in between jams. Your fellow fans will appreciate you for that. Also, this is a juniors game. Please cheer positively and responsibly and leave the coaching to the coaches. You all just cheer. Yeah, see, there you go. That's how you do it. And leave the train to do the hooting. All right. Now, please give it up for all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And for all of our officials on skates and off. And now, without further ado, let's get this going.
All right, we have wearing black, your Tiger Lilies. Let's hear it for the Tiger Lilies. Number 1, 2, 3, Beetlejuice. Number 167, Deadfly. Number 172, Bonjour. Number 189, Smokin' Cinder. Number 248, Cherry Chainsaw. Number 36, Piranha Pixie. Number 413, Razor Sharp. Number 55, Wrecking Ball. Number 507, Trouble Gum. Number 6, Grizzly Bear. Number 928, Mozilla. Number 969, Doctor of the Pepper. And last, number 999, Honey Bee Sting. The Tiger Lilies are coached by Coach Pop-Tart, Coach Rosalicious, and Coach Pandemonium.
And now, in the white, the Snapdragons. Number 7, Rodemort. 119, KOK. 268, Atomic Kitten. Number 32, Murder Crow. 369 is Derby Devil. 399, Storm. Number 429, Scaramel. Number 44, Lemon Bomb. Number 696, Beelzebub. Number 725, Imminent Danger. 777, Screaming Death. 857 is Calamity Cat. And last but never least, number 87 is Destroyer. Your coaches are Bobcat, Fly Okra, and Smack Torrance. Give it up for the Snapdragons.
don't think it's working. Hello, welcome to the stream for our second round of exhibition here at Rose City Rollers. You are here to watch the Petals exhibition game. My name is Snorlax, and I'm sitting here with
Nazgul.
And we will be your friendly announcers today. Who do we have down on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, Naz?
For the Lilies, our first jammer is Honeybee Sting, and for the Snapdragons, our first jammer is Beelzebub. Blocking, we have for the Lilies, Mozilla just did a great hit out, but Honeybee Sting gets lead. Along with Mozilla is Wrecking Ball, Smokin' Cinder, and Razor Sharp. For the Dragons, we have Voldemort, Imminent Danger, Calamity Cat, and Atomic Kitten.
First points on the board are for the Lilies.
Great hit out by Wrecking Ball on the Lilies. Small apex jump by Honeybee Sting, and a call off.
Very nice. Welcome to the exhibition game. If you're not familiar with our exhibition games here at Rose, this is sort of the mid-season for our Petals level skaters. These kids are either skating on home teams in the home team season, or these are kids who just got cleared and some of them are skating in their very first game, hoping to be drafted here in a few months to our home teams. So we have a nice combination of skills with this group of kids.
Speaking of skaters going out for their first game, we have Dead Fly catching, that is Scaramel, and being assisted in the hit out by Piranha Pixie, drawing back Scaramel along with Cherry Chainsaw.
Oh, she is recycled. They are recycled.
Lead called for Scaramel, but they are then hit out, meaning that while they have lead, they cannot score yet until they make it all the way out.
Because exhibition tends to have newer skaters participating, we know that sometimes there are loved ones watching who may not be familiar with the rules of roller derby. Feel free to put any questions you have in the chat, and Nazgul and I will be happy to answer them to the best of our ability.
Scaramel makes it through for an initial pass. Wrecking Ball about 3/4 of the track behind. Scaramel has made it through for a scoring pass and calls it off, evening out the score to 8-8.
We have a tie. Good morning from Las Vegas. Hi, Karen, cheering for Scaramel, and hello, Flip. We see you there. All right, we have another lineup here on the Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Both of these jammers are in their first ever game. We have KOK against Troublegum.
That's pretty cool. If we have anybody who is unfamiliar with the rules of Derby, the jammers are the folks who score the points. Their goal is to pass the other skaters. Every time on their second pass, they pass somebody's hips on the opposite team, they score a point for their team. So that's a maximum of 4 points per pass. You're going to notice they fight real hard to be the first one out because the skater, the jammer who gets out first is called lead jammer, and they have a lot of power for the rest of that 2-minute period. They have the ability to pat their hips and call off that jam. Often they will do it when they have scored points to prevent their opponent from scoring points. They're waiting for the whistle. There they go.
Coming off the whistle, KOK goes for the in, is stopped by Doctor of the Pepper. KOK is lead with Troublegum just a few feet behind.
That was
Both are
close.
racing to get their scoring passes.
That was close. KOK in white passed the opposing jammers just a tiny bit faster than her opponent, and that is why she got lead, even though they were almost neck and neck. Looks like KO is fighting for her first points and is through.
Great offense by Imminent Danger, helping KOK through the pack. Troublegum is still working on that first scoring pass, but almost gets through, but manages to stay in bounds and continues into Beelzebub.
The reason why The jammer in black was not out of bounds was because their skate did not hit the ground out of the line, right?
I believe so.
It was past the line but did not touch down.
Good offense by Bonjour, getting Troublegum out for their first scoring pass.
You said these are jammers in their first game?
Yes, both of them are in their first game.
Holy moly.
I remember scrimmage clearing both of them about a month ago.
And if you saw what just happened, number 119 in white, because they had achieved the lead, they were able to end that jam before their opponent scored some more points. But we had two brand new jammers, both put points on the board for their very first time. That is pretty awesome.
Jamming against each other right now, we have Roldemort and Honeybee Sting, who are both actually teammates on the home team Skaters of Doom.
That's another fun thing about these exhibition games. You get to kind of put the kids in a blender, scramble up the teams, and they get to play against and with kids that they haven't before.
Honeybee Sting lead, Roldemort about a quarter track behind. Honeybee sprinting to get some points before Roldemort gets the chance.
Looks like some good communication between the blockers to get formed up. Oh, who did that hit out with the silver helmet? That was pretty great.
I believe that was Screaming Death, number 777.
Screaming Death is a pretty experienced pedal.
And another Skater of Doom.
Oh, we got a little hop. Not quite an apex hop, more of a straightaway hop.
Roldemort fighting at the front against Grizzly Bear, Piranha Pixie, and Smoke and Cinder, getting offense from Screaming Death.
Roldemort is quite often a blocker. She is quite strong. Pardon me, they are quite strong. Roldemort is through.
Honeybee Sting now has a choice to make of whether they're going to keep running the jam in hopes of getting more points than Roldemort, or if they're going to call it so that Roldemort does not get more points
I
than
see
them.
Pop-Tart and Rose, the coaches on the bench, hopping up and down.
Oh, great catch by Grizzly Bear, but it seems like Roldemort took a pretty hard fall. We're going to take a moment to make sure that they're all right.
Looks like Roldemort's okay. Going to take a minute to reset. Medics are going to check them out. We
Roldemort
really
is
appreciate
back
our
up.
medics here. While we have this little moment, I guess we can introduce ourselves a little bit more fully. As I said, my name is Snorlax. I am here by virtue of being a Derby parent, and I happen to be a parent of
Nazgul. I do everything. I announce, I play, I officiate. I also coach. Most of these kids I've coached at one point, so it's very fun to watch them learning in games now. Speaking of, we have Cherry Chainsaw and Atomic Kitten jamming against each other.
Looks like we had a little bit of a hesitation, and now 5 seconds called, and they're off. We have Cherry Chainsaw versus Atomic Kitten jamming down there.
Atomic Kitten actually slipping through using the other team's offense and making it through the pack for lead jammer. Cherry Chainsaw working on the back.
Oh, Cherry Chainsaw slipped up the outside. That was pretty great. She's quick.
Oh no, a cut for Cherry Chainsaw. That means that they have to go to the penalty box for 30 seconds, giving the Snapdragons a power jam, meaning that they have some time to play offense and get some points on the board.
For those of you new to Derby, when you have a jammer in the box, that means only one team is able to score points. And that team generally calls it a power jam. Everyone gets very excited.
Great defense by Mozilla. But Atomic Kitten is able to get through with the help of offense from the wall that is now reforming of Calamity Cat, Imminent Danger, and Beelzebub. Scaramel seems to be staying on offense to help Atomic Kitten through again, and it is successful, getting Atomic Kitten another 4 points, bringing the score to 16-28.
I don't know if you can hear it, but we have a very excited crowd.
And we have a star pass to Wrecking Ball. For those who don't know, the pivot, which is the blocker who has a stripe on their helmet, is able to become the jammer if the jammer hands them the cap. So now Wrecking Ball is in the pack working on scoring points.
Wow. Who is pivot in white? They just did a terrific job of holding
That is Beelzebub.
Wrecking Ball. It will readily become apparent that Null School is much better at names and numbers than I am. Understandable, having coached a lot of these kids up through their beginning. Their beginning as derby skaters, I should say.
We have Razor Sharp and Screaming Death jamming against each other. 4-3 pack advantage for the Dragons as Deadfly is taking a seat in the penalty box.
Did you see what penalty Deadfly got there?
I did not.
Let us know if you are watching on the stream and you have any questions about penalties. We will do our utmost to answer. Also, I see that we have a person also watching on the stream and in the chat who knows even more than Nazgul and I put together, who may chime in with clarifications with anything that we forget.
Screaming Death is lead jammer, but Razor Sharp is now at the front of the pack, also scoring, fighting against KOK and Voldemort, a very powerful wall. It's hard to believe that KOK is in their first game. They're very skilled.
No kidding.
Oh, a cut track for Razor Sharp, giving another power jam to the Snapdragons.
I don't think we've mentioned it, but these skaters that you're seeing out there are between the ages of 7 and 12. Right now, at this point in the season, most of our 12-year-olds, many of them have decided or are in the process of aging up to our Buds program, which is the older skaters who play full contact derby, and you will be seeing their game coming up next.
Good sweep by the Snapdragons, nullified by Grizzly Bear, hitting out Screaming Death on the outside, who decides to call it off, giving their team a very short power jam at the start of the next jam, which they have chosen to give to Imminent Danger.
So speaking as a skater and as a coach, how do you go about choosing which jammer you're going to put out for that power jam?
Whoever can move very quickly through the pack, you want to take advantage and score as many points as possible in that time. So if they're also able to make fast laps around the track when they do get out, that is ideal.
Yeah,
Imminent Danger is quite fast, so if they're able to make it through, that will likely be very helpful.
Number 999 pushed them out to the outside. You'll see Pivot in black having their hand up, indicating that they're the one that wants to recycle the jammer.
Lead for Imminent Danger right as Razor Sharp comes back into the pack, getting blocked one-on-one by Destroya, who is then pushed out of the way by the Pivot. That is Wrecking Ball.
Oh, thank you, Theodore Annie, otherwise known as Flip. She points out that Deadfly got a pack illegal position penalty. Thank you.
Imminent Danger makes it through for an initial pass. Scoring pass, sorry. Razor Sharp still working on initial. Taking off the cap and handing it over to Wrecking Ball, who is taking her second cap pass of the game. Very well-rounded skater, good at both jamming and blocking, makes it through.
Oh, we have a star pass. Who has it now? Number
Wrecking
5-5.
Ball.
We've seen Wrecking Ball jamming already today. Seems like on pedals, especially for exhibition, skaters rotate positions more. Nobody's really specializing in one position or the other, which makes sense because they're trying things out, getting ready for home team season.
Exhibition, even if you're a more experienced skater, is also a good chance to practice the positions you don't normally play in a lower pressure setting.
Yeah, that's what you usually do.
Yep.
But not this year.
We have Mozilla against KOK.
Oh.
Very good offense by Piranha Pixie, not quite able to stop the hit out from Screaming Death. KOK gets lead jammer as Mozilla makes an initial pass about half a track behind.
I'm a little late saying this, but I noticed how fast Mozilla was off that jam on Hawthorne jam line.
KO pushes her way through the pack, has gotten everyone's point but Piranha Pixie, and has now slipped through for all four.
Mozilla's quite good at dodging and squeezing the way up that inside line.
Speaking of, Mozilla makes it through for her first scoring pass as well. KOK following Lemon Bomb's offense, but right into Piranha Pixie and then calling it off.
All right.
We'll see how many points both jammers scored. There seem to have been 3 points in that second scoring pass for the Snapdragons.
We seem to have an official timeout, which means the officials have called a timeout. Our timeouts at Rose City are brought to you by Welcome to PDX, RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX.
After this official timeout, we will have Grizzly Bear and Beelzebub jamming.
We sure will. What are the sorts of things that happen during an official timeout? The zebras conspire.
Yeah, they're usually trying to figure out something, making sure they all saw the same thing. Maybe if they're not sure exactly how many points were gotten, if maybe the call-off was a little early, a little late, if they're wondering about a potential penalty, or if the scoreboard is lagging, because that does happen sometimes.
That is true.
So it's really just maintenance time.
Anytime they need to pause the game to make sure everything is neat and tidy and ready to move on. It looks like we are. Our jam timer has called 5 seconds. That's the person with their hand up and the whistle, and they're off.
Beelzebub shoots through on the outside
Wow.
line, taking lead jammer.
Beelzebub is getting so fast.
Grizzly Bear also fights their way through, but seeming to have some trouble with a knee pad, fixes it, and keeps moving. Beelzebub very quickly through.
I love this matchup. Grizzly Bear often is a really strong blocker, so we have a very powerful jammer who uses a lot of strength up against a very quick and speedy jammer.
First scoring pass for Grizzly Bear, second one for Beelzebub.
This is a great matchup of different play styles. Both very successful.
Beelzebub weaving through the pack and calling it off right before Grizzly Bear is able to make that second scoring pass.
Good timing and good awareness. That shows that that is a jammer with some experience, very aware of where their opponent was and what time to call it off. Everyone is lining up at the Jam on Hawthorne Jam Line. They are a Jam Line sponsor. The Jam Line is brought to you by Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast place.
Jammers are Wrecking Ball and Screaming Death, who both seem to be going out almost all the time. Very crucial skaters for their team. Screaming Death gets out as lead jammer, as Wrecking Ball is going for the inside line, which is blocked by Lemon Bomb, Atomikid, and Roldemort. Imminent danger joining this very powerful wall. Wrecking Ball slips past.
Oh, kept that skate in. Out of bounds in roller derby. Oh, and we have a call out. Out of bounds in roller derby is defined as a part of the skate or a part of the body other than just one hand going outside the line. So on the line, on that white line, is not out of bounds. But if the skate goes a little bit to the outside, touches the blue on the outside or on the inside, that is out of bounds. If a skater goes out of bounds and then comes back in without yielding their position to all of their opponents, all their opponents are also their teammates.
They are able to yield to all. They do not have to yield to all of their teammates,
But most.
but all but one.
Okay.
And
Thank
it's
you.
only to people who had position on them, so people who were in front of them before they went out, or the people who pushed them out of bounds. We
Thank-
have Smoke and Cinder jamming against Destroya. Smoke and Cinder already through for a scoring pass. Destroya recycled by Honeybee Sting, who rejoins a tripod of Dead Fly and Doctor of the Pepper, though Mozilla ends up doing the hit out and recycling Destroya once again. Destroya is taking the cap off, maybe looking to pass to the pivot, KOK.
Smoke and Cinder is working hard to make up some of that point deficit. We currently have a 39-72 game.
Smoke and Cinder through for another scoring pass and calls it with a 12-0 jam, bringing a score to 43-72 in favor of Snapdragons. And a timeout is called by...
The officials. As I said before, our timeouts here are sponsored by Welcome to PDX, RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX. Also, we would like to make a special thanks to 187 Killer Pads, an exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR. Often imitated, never duplicated, stick with the best, and I personally thank them as a Derby parent for saving us many thousands of dollars of medical bills. Looks like we have a moment. I suppose we should also wish everyone watching who celebrates a happy Mother's Day. We can all take time today to appreciate all the folks in our life who take a parenting role or a nurturing role, whether they're actual parents or people who are mentoring. I think Derby is a place where a lot of our kids have experience of being mentored by many, many caring adults.
5 seconds is called. Jammers are Atomic Kitten, who is racing up the inside line, and Wrecking Ball, who, true to their name, is currently shoving through the Dragons, but is then hit out by Screaming Death, who does pick up an illegal contact penalty for that.
Yeah, at this level, at Rose City, kids under the age of 12 play what's called modified contact, or in other leagues are usually known as level 2 derby, which means they do not do the powerful hitting contact that you see in most roller derby. Skaters at this level have to scrub their speed. Then they make contact with their opponents. They can push absolutely as hard as they can, and they do.
Atomic Kitten slipping through for a second scoring pass. Wrecking Ball is on a scoring pass, but has not yet made it through. Great work being done by Lemon Bomb.
I would like to welcome to the stream Evie, our excellent cinematographer. You will notice a drastic improvement in the quality of our stream now that we have our expert here. Everything here at Rose City is done by volunteers, and we're very lucky to have such skilled people.
We have a star pass to Piranha Pixie. Very exciting. I believe this is actually her last game in Petals before she ages up to the Rosebuds to play full contact.
And you saw what happened there. Seeing that star was passed to such a great skater, the opposing jammer immediately called it off because they saw the future, and the future was probably points for Piranha Pixie if they didn't end things right then and there.
Timeout is called by the Snapdragons. But they seem to be sending out their wall regardless, maybe just a moment to get everything coordinated again or give their skaters a chance to breathe. Both teams do not have very many skaters. You can have up to 20 on a bench, and these teams both have under 15, meaning that skaters are going out around every other jam, maybe a little bit less, which is very tiring.
I'd like to take a moment to mention that Rose City has some of the best summer camps in the area, and speaking as a parent, some of the best value of summer camps. We have summer camps for kids at all levels and all genders. We have camps for younger kids who are beginners. We have camps for kids who are experts at derby and really want to refine their techniques. Our summer camps start June 15th. Look at rosecityrollers.com for details.
Almost all of these skaters started with summer camps. I remember seeing all of them over the past few years at the summer camps.
That's true.
Now they are playing roller derby. That could be you. That could be your kid.
It is an excellent way to tip your toe in, get a good time on skates, also do some wonderful arts and crafts when you're not on the track, or just hang out with your friends and make new friends.
Honeybee Sting makes it through for lead jammer. KOK being held back by Mozilla and Razor Sharp. Slips through but is caught by Doctor of the Pepper. Manages to fight past on that outside line for an initial pass as Honeybee Sting approaches the pack for a scoring pass. Little bit of offense being played by Troublegum.
Oh, looks like Pop-Tart and Rose are signaling to call it. One of the real skills that you see building in these younger skaters as they start and get more experienced is their ability to do their derby and also keep their eyes on their coaches on the bench and follow their instructions. That really doesn't happen in the very first scrimmages, does it?
No, that's okay.
It is okay. One of my favorite things as a volunteer non-skating official is watching coaches just screaming their hearts out trying to get those young kids to hear them. But it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long till they learn to hear their coach's instructions.
Smoke and Cinder jamming against Imminent Danger. Emmy through on the inside line for lead jammer. Smoke and Cinder about 20 feet behind, rapidly catching up. Both jammers were slowed down by very good defense, but were able to fight their ways through.
Hey, welcome on to you, Lizzie from Texas. Cheering on Pepper. Welcome to the stream. Please let us know if you have any questions.
Smoke and Cinder was actually able to outscore the lead jammer. Very impressive footwork to be able to slip through before the call off.
That's a lot of fun to see.
We now have Mozilla and Destroya playing against each other. Generally very close friends and teammates on the Killer Bees, probably very excited to show off against each other now.
Yes. Oh, this may be our last jam of the half.
Destroya through for lead jammer. Mozilla works her way through up the middle, about half a track behind.
Oh, these experienced jammers having to scrub their speed, man. They look like they are ready to age up in buds and get to hit that pack with power. I'm very impressed that they can resist. They're going to have an awful lot of fun here, either in a year or in a few months.
We have Smoke and Cinder and Beelzebub jamming again.
Lots of smiles down there.
These are fun games.
They really are.
Pretty low pressure, just a good time to try out new stuff, skate with different people than usual.
Oh, up the outside. The Dragons were just a little bit more organized with their blocking.
Good, great catch by Wrecking Ball, but Beelzebub is able to shake off that bump and make it through and calls it off with 4 points.
All right, we have reached intermission. That was fast. That just flew by. Thank you for joining us. We will see you back here in 10 minutes. Welcome back. We are getting ready for the second half. Again, my name is Snorlax, and I'm sitting here with...
Nazgul.
We're going to take this moment to do a big, huge shout out to our referees, our officials. This game couldn't happen without them, and we especially appreciate them keeping our kids safe. Today, off skates and on, we have jump cut, Talia up, Sarah. We have jump cut twice on our list. Jump cut is really working hard. Darth Bling, Andy Oakley, Kirk Copain, Ghost H, Dr. Crusher, and Error. And we also have...
On skates, we've got Pearl Jim, Tripper Gorsh, Shobi One, Django Fett, Rita Slayworth, Banana, and Uni.
We very much appreciate these refs.
We also have Avery Phylactic Shock, who's not on that list right now, but is most definitely reffing.
That is very true. Some of those officials are juniors. Error is a junior. Avery is a junior.
And a few of them are also former juniors. I remember Uni being in Rosebuds a while ago.
That is something pretty neat about Rose City. Our kids get the opportunity, if they choose, to do things in addition to playing roller derby. Obviously, we've mentioned my kid sitting next to me is a coach. Also, kids can get trained as junior refs. Oh, we just got a special announcement.
Number 32, Murdercrow, has swapped teams. We also have had Storm and Derby Devil just arrive. I'm not quite sure which teams they've been put on yet. It looks like they've both been put on the Snapdragons.
I suspect that was why Murdercrow was last minute lent to the Snapdragons, because they were skating short.
Yep.
Because those two were delayed, and now we've got everybody.
Derby Devil and Storm are the two twins with the blue helmets. They are, I believe, skating in their first games.
That is super fun. You know, technically, as far as the schedule was concerned, today was Twin Day.
True.
I guess you and I are both wearing our Protect Trans Athletes shirts in black. So technically, we are mother-child,
And we have the blue
pair
hair.
of twins. Oh, and we both have blue hair.
All right. Teams have finished up gear checks and are sending out their first lineups for the half. We have Doctor of the Pepper jamming for the first time against Imminent Danger.
Okay, everybody is processing their snacks and their greetings and hugs they got from their families in the stands during halftime. Seems like everybody's having a really good time today.
They seem to be. Blocking for the Snapdragons, we have Beelzebub, Scaramel, Calamity Cat, and Screaming Death. And out there for the Tiger Lilies, we have Razor Sharp, Bombjor, Piranha Pixie, and Wrecking Ball.
I am never-endingly impressed by your ability to remember faces and numbers.
I have to learn. I coach them. If I say the wrong name, they get really upset.
That's true, but I announce if I say the wrong name, they get really upset. As they should. We try to be as error-free as possible.
Great Wall by Wrecking Ball, Bombjor, and Piranha Pixie, though they do end up going out of play. They return to play and continue to block Imminent Danger. Good hit out by Screaming Death, who is currently going one-on-one with Doctor of the Pepper, supported later by Scaramel.
Oh,
Great hit out by Screaming Death.
That was a pretty powerful, we won't call it a hit. They don't hit in pedals. That was a shove. That was a push.
Imminent Danger up against Bombjor.
And we have
manages
a
to
jammer
slip
out.
Past for lead jammer.
Wow, they held Imminent Danger for almost a minute.
Yep. Doctor of the Pepper also through. Very good defense this jam. Both walls able to hold the jammers for almost half of the jam before they managed to break through.
I just can't say enough. Like, we are spoiled here at Rose City, but this is incredibly impressive teamwork for skaters at this level, as far as the blockers' cohesion and their ability to get together, form a strong tripod, communicate. This is pretty remarkable to see at this level, and especially in a game like Exhibition where we have so many kids just getting their feet wet. Really, really good coaching.
We have Derby Devil blocking for the first time after having just arrived. seems to be bracing, and the jammers are Honeybee Sting and Destroya. Destroya fighting against Grizzly Bear on the inside line. Honeybee Sting weaving through, but gets hit out by Lemon Bomb.
That was a
Manages to get
good
lead
little
jammer
push.
first.
Push out. We have Honeybee Sting coming around fast. Oh,
Calls
no.
it off. They
Yeah.
were able to get lead before getting hit out, so therefore had the power to call off that jam, preventing any scoring from the other team. For a 0-0 jam, score is currently Tiger Lilies 57, Snapdragons 93.
I'd like to take a moment to honor 888, another exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR. They have more Derby-specific gear than any other brand. 888 has you covered, and that is a true point. Gear is vital in Derby, and we do have very specific needs to protect our kids. Oh, that was neck and neck. Who got lead there?
I believe Wrecking Ball is lead, but currently Beelzebub is ahead by about 30 feet. And quickly slips through.
The pack with what happened? What
God,
what
I
happened?
believe that was an illegal position penalty. So there's a power jam now for the Tiger Lilies, giving them a chance to make up this fairly small point differential.
That was pretty cool Derby we saw. There's there. Oh, she pushed up in the inside, and she's through. Oh, the crowd is very excited here.
Great defense attempt by Scaramel, but Rec is very slippery on those lines.
And she's at the outside line this time with some folks falling in her wake.
Beelzebub back out, quickly makes it through for their first scoring pass.
We have some awesome jammers. I think this
Rec
is going to
side
be
surfing up the outside, getting another 4 points and calling it off for a 16 to.
We'll see. We'll
Well, I
see.
thought it was 16. It says 12 right now. Let's see.
They're signaling their points to
12
the
to 4?
balcony.
I-
For those
16 to 4 points. There we go.
That is what the Lilies were hoping for. For
Yep.
those of you not familiar with our venue here, the hangar at Oaks Park, us announcers and the people running the scoreboard are sitting high above the crowd in the mezzanine, and the officials are signaling point counts to our partners down the table who are registering the points. That's why you see them flashing numbers up to the sky. That's where we're at.
We just got to see Coach Rosalicious sprint across the outside for some reason. Seems to have maybe gotten a Band-Aid for a kid.
I'm sure she has urgent business.
Yeah.
Rose is one of your teammates during the home team season.
Yes, we both jam for Rainbow Bites.
We have our junior coaches. Rose is a junior coach, and Bobcat is a junior coach. Bobcat is one of your nemeses.
We play against each other during the home team.
And are good friends.
Jamming, we have Cherry Chainsaw versus Atoma Kitten.
Should also mention Pandemonium is a junior coach.
5 seconds is called, both jammers getting ready.
And they're off.
Oh, Destroya hits out Beetlejuice, trying to open a lane for Atoma Kitten, who chooses to take the outside instead, which does end up working out.
Atomic was blocked on the inside, jig-jog to the outside. I don't know if that's the official term. Coming back to the pack. Blockers are strategizing, getting together. Very good job holding.
That is Beetlejuice and Smoke and Cinder, then joined by Murder Crow, making
Looks
a
like
very
we
good
have some
wall.
offense coming up, and it worked. Who did that offense there?
That was Destroya.
Impressive. Coming around again. I don't think the Dragons liked that point gap closing. Although it should be said, these games are very truly all for fun. Yeah, I thought I saw that. As an announcer, I wasn't going to say, but I did think I saw Atomic Kitten's skate go out. That X signal indicates that, without probably realizing it, Atomic Kitten's skate went out of bounds, and then
Oh, great
Atomic
catch
Kitten
by
just
Derby
continued.
Devil, jumping right in.
We have comment in the chat about the names. Yes, the names are, I wouldn't say they're one, I mean, they are one of the best things about Derby. Derby is the best thing about Derby, but especially at this age. Kids' excitement choosing the names and the number of names they cycle through as they come up through our training program. I think as a coach of the training program, don't you have kids announcing their new names just about every couple weeks?
Absolutely.
And everyone is better than the last. I won't say on air what Nazgul's name was when they were 8. It was pretty cute. But often
Cherry Chainsaw makes it through,
goes
but
through.
the jam ends right as she makes it through, so she's not able to score points.
The
Still
crowd
seems
is
very happy about it, though.
very excited about Cherry getting through. Something that is very clear to anybody watching Derby at this age is that we have a great height differential between our skaters, and they do an excellent job. Really, there is no advantage to being taller or smaller. It's
Cherry
just how you
Chainsaw's
use-
older sister now sent out to jam. That is Mozilla. But that is Storm, first time jamming in a bout, making it through for lead jammer. Grizzly Bear playing some offense for Mozilla.
Mozilla's getting through.
Yep.
Oh, almost
Mozilla
pushed out.
makes it through.
Almost pushed out, but managed to maintain that line.
Very, very strong shove by Grizzly Bear, but it was a direction. You've got to be careful when you're pushing someone back that you don't end up moving them in opposite derby direction. But it looks like...
Yeah, that's one of the trickier rules that takes folks a little longer when they're just watching to realize. As a blocker, you can shove your opponent sideways. You can shove them forward. As long as your feet are still moving a little bit, you can stand in their way. But you cannot push them backwards on the track. We currently have an 81 to 104 score. That was 8 points for the Lilies. Let's see if there's any more. Looks like we have coach going out there to have a word with the officials. I'm going to take a moment to shout out one of our beloved sponsors, Porque No Taqueria. The sunniest place in Portland, voted the best tacos and Mexican food in PDX.
Pop-Tart very quickly running over to pull some skaters off the track because of the skaters in the penalty box.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So you'll notice.
Dead Fly and I believe that is Derby Devil, both jamming for the first time in their first bouts against each other.
That is pretty cool.
Very big pack advantage for the Snapdragons, 4-2 right now,
The
though Grizzly
Lilies.
Bear's standing in the box.
The Lilies only have 2 blockers out there. Who are those 2 blockers?
That is Piranha Pixie and Honeybee Sting. Very good 2
Yeah.
blockers to put out, though.
If you got to have 2 blockers out there, those are good choices. And you'll see Grizzly is standing. That means Grizzly has 10 seconds or less left in that penalty, and the other blocker is still sitting. That means they have 20 seconds. And pardon me, I'm tripping over my tongue. That means they have not yet hit the 20-second mark where you stand in the box. That is quite important because the coaches and the skaters on the track keep an eye on that penalty box. They know Grizzly Bear is going to be barreling out of that penalty box.
Great
Very
catch by
quickly.
Piranha Pixie. But Derby Devil makes it through for lead jammer. Dead Fly trying to fight past a very strong wall that is
Grizzly Bear's
constantly
coming to
rotating
hell.
around.
Grizzly Bear is entering the pack, trying to mess things up.
Grizzly Bear, some good offense to have.
Yeah.
Screaming Death sent out on a forearm penalty.
Grizzly's good at putting their body into things and getting in the way and just causing trouble.
Dead Fly through for their initial pass.
Oh, the crowd is very excited. I think some folks are aware that this is Dead Fly's first game. That is always so fun to see. Oh, come on. The coaches are signaling to call it off. Did Dead Fly get a point?
Dead Fly got 2 points.
Yes.
Great job.
That means that the Dead Fly passed 2 of the opponents before their opposing jammer could call off the jam.
Fun fact about Dead Fly, they chose that name after a fly randomly died on the track mid-practice, and she ended up rolling over it, and it got stuck on her wheel. And she named herself after it, and yeah.
I'm so glad that you could be here with me, my child, my blessed child, would share that insight with the world.
Oh, and it looks like Dead Fly did get a penalty at the end of that jam,
Oh.
meaning that Beelzebub is getting a power start.
And that means on their on the first jam of, or in the first game, Deadfly's going to have to jam two
times in a
row. Deadfly looks pretty cheerful about it. Kicking feet in the penalty box. I think everything's good. Ooh, but they just sat between jams. That means they have full 30 seconds. That's a full 30-second advantage. We have an official's timeout. And we don't anymore. 5 seconds called by our jam timer, and they're off.
Beelzebub through very, very quickly.
Very nice. Taking advantage of that power jam.
Definitely a good jammer to send out when you have a power jam. Very good at making it through the pack quickly and also doing their laps very quickly.
We have a pivot escaping the box, coming to join the
Hit
pack.
out by Doctor of the Pepper, who recycles the jammer along with Mozilla.
Beelzebub is probably very happy to see the pack complete. And we have Blocker released. Deadfly is released from the box. Booking it up the outside to rejoin. Now Deadfly is not able to score yet. Deadfly needs to make the initial pass. That's why Beelzebub is not worried about calling the jam off yet, because we know that Deadfly is not scoring yet until they're through the pack, which they're pushing.
And Deadfly makes it through for an initial
All right.
pass. Beelzebub probably hoping to get a couple more points before.
You didn't see it, but Deadfly had a huge smile coming up through that pack.
Beelzebub gets 1 point, 2, 3, and 4.
That's got to be the best feeling to get through the pack.
Deciding to run it, it seems like.
Pushing.
Deadfly working her way through for a scoring pass.
Realized she went out, recycled back carefully, did not get a penalty.
Great catch by Mozilla.
Deadfly is now scoring every time her hips pass an opponent's hips. That's 1 point. Then they can still be pushed back behind that person and have to pass them again, but they banked that point. I think that jam ended at its full 2 minutes. It never got called off.
I think so. And that is 4 points for the Lilies and 20 for the Dragons. Still, 4 points when starting the jam in the box is very good.
I would like to mention Ritual Dyes, a much appreciated sponsor, Portland's local yarn shop with hand-dyed yarns, tools, and more. They are owned by a Buds parent and a Wreckers skater.
We have KOK jamming against Wrecking Ball.
KOK is having a great first game.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
Watch home team season, man. This is going to be great.
KOK versus Grizzly Bear is fun to watch. They're both very, very powerful. But Grizzly Bear does have some more experience.
Wrecking Ball is up through the outside. Oh!
Ooh.
That looked like a tricky fall, but KOK looks like okay.
Yep. KOK is KOK.
Oh my gosh. Have we reached this point?
Yeah. Great hit out by Grizzly Bear. But also, Wrecking Ball hit out in the front. Wrecking Ball through for a scoring pass right as KOK calls it. I believe this is going to be a 4-4 jam.
Evened out.
Yep.
Are you at home thinking about where you can find great employees? Consider our sponsor, Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org. Thank you for sponsoring RCR and making all this possible for our kids.
We have Smoke and Cinder jamming against Voldemort. Voldemort moves up through the middle, past everyone, and Voldemort is called for lead jammer as Smoke and Cinder is right behind.
That looked like a little single skate action Voldemort was doing to get up the inside.
Smoke and Cinder catching up very quickly.
Oh, jammer race.
Smoke and Cinder has a point. Voldemort has a point. Smoke and Cinder has all 4. Voldemort has 3 and 4.
Love how Voldemort is so careful not to do any illegal hits.
Yep. And calls it off. Another 4-4 jam.
Very good thinking. Good strategy.
And an official timeout called.
Are you loving what you see? Would you be interested in being a volunteer for Rose City Rollers? You can be a part of this rad community by volunteering with Rose City Rollers. Go to rosecityrollers.com/volunteer. Have you ever heard me say the word rad in my entire life when I
No.
wasn't reading a sponsor shout out? It takes me back. Takes me back. It's Mother's Day. I can be like this, I guess.
Okay.
Takes me back to when I was your age. Everything was rad. But I wasn't rad enough to play roller derby. I wish I had. Who do we have down on the jam on Hawthorne Jam Lane?
We have Honeybee Sting against... I don't know if that's Storm or Derby Devil. They're going to be so mad at me.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry for putting you on this spot. We will see in a moment when we can see the back of the jersey.
That's Storm. All right. All right. Honeybee Sting fighting their way through. Almost through, but gets caught.
Oh,
Then
who is lead? Who's
I
lead?
believe Storm is lead, but Honeybee is ahead by just about
Storm
5
is coming
feet.
up. Storm is coming up, though, hot on their tail.
Looks like Storm is going to run the jam and try and get some points, even though that will also mean some points for Honeybee. Honeybee slicing their way through, makes it through for 4. Storm fighting against Piranha Pixie, Wrecking Ball, and Bonjour. Big tumble. Everyone went down. Fortunately, everyone's also getting up.
All right.
Honeybee slips through for 8 points.
Storm
to
called it.
Storm's 2 points.
All right. Our score is currently 103 to 144. We have a little over 5.5 minutes left.
We have lining up Grizzly Bear against Derby Devil.
Looks like some high-level, well, it was high-level strategy going on with the kids in black. Then they all started jumping up and down and giggling.
That's great strategy, too.
And they're through.
Lead for Derby Devil. Grizzly Bear running up behind. On their way.
It is twin day here at Rose City, apparently. Oh,
Derby Devil slips through on the inside and calls it.
Is this Storm and Derby Devil's first game, too?
Yep.
I'm pretty impressed at both of them coming in, whatever it was that caused a little delay for them getting here. Joining mid-game and really doing a great job.
Yep. We've got Smoke and Cinder against Voldemort. Respective walls of Beelzebub, Lemon Bomb, Atomic Kitten, Storm, and Piranha Pixie, Cherry Chainsaw, Beetlejuice, and Murdercrow. And in the time it took me to list
Smoke
that
and
off,
Cinder
Smoke
is
and Cinder
through.
makes it through. Good catch by Piranha Pixie. Beetlejuice moving up to the front, getting ready to catch, but Voldemort switches directions at the last moment. Smoke and Cinder makes it through.
We have both jammers through. Look at that pack reforming. Look at that communication, especially on the part of the pivot in black. They are getting themselves into position before the jammer hits.
Great hit out by Piranha Pixie.
Piranha Pixie was right there when it.
Smoke and Cinder makes it through for another 4 points.
Oh man, Piranha Pixie has Voldemort's number right now.
Yep. Murdercrow also seems to helping out Piranha Pixie.
Look how strong Voldemort is, though. Pushing, driving forward, and not getting pushed out. And she's through. They're
Cherry
through.
Chainsaw tries to catch Voldemort, but isn't quite able to make it to the line in time.
This is quite a good game.
It is. Smoke and Cinder moving through for a 4th scoring pass, hopefully. As Voldemort is moving through for a 2nd scoring pass.
Okay, and
Voldemort makes 2 points in that scoring pass. Smoke and Cinder makes all 4 for a 16-6 jam. Score is currently 119 to 154 in favor of the Snapdragons.
real quick, I'm going to shout out Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company, and a proud sponsor of RCR since forever. I will just believe the text that it has been forever. I've been hearing about them since we joined in 2018, 2019.
So that is quite a while.
It was quite a while.
We've got Screaming Death and that is Honeybee Sting against each other. They both make it out pretty quickly within the first 10 seconds of the jam.
Man,
Deadfly is very excited on the bench, screeching for the honeybee.
I mean, the positivity of roller derby most of the time is just one of those things that makes me so happy to be part of it and so happy as a parent.
4-2 jam in favor of the Dragons, bringing the score to 121 to 158. Official timeout is called for probably the officials to take a timeout. I don't know. Looks like they're getting some water.
We are here for this brilliant commentary. I'm very impressed. I am going to, once again, because this is a juniors game, I am going to mention our summer camps that are upcoming. Please tell everyone you know your kids do not need to be good skaters, or if they are amazing skaters, they are welcome to join our advanced camps. Our camps are split between the ages. There are 3 weeks, I believe, for kids the age that you're seeing skate right now, and there's 2 weeks for teenagers, or kids 12 and older, the age of Nazgul. Held here at the hangar, coached by some of the best coaches in the world of roller derby, and also assisted by lots and lots of very skilled junior volunteers who work with the kids, make them feel comfortable. And sometimes in the stream, you will see a purple caged building over in the corner. That's where we house all of our gear lending library.
Smoke and Cinder and Atomic Kitten both jamming again. It's looking like we've got Mozilla playing some offense for Smoke and Cinder, who does end up going into the blocker anyways, but still slips through on the inside line as a wall of Piranha Pixie and Dr. Pepper drive Atomic Kitten out of bounds. Wrecking Ball takes a quick shove, falls over, but manages to slow down Atomic Kitten enough for Mozilla to catch them right as Smoke and Cinder makes it through for her first scoring pass. Mozilla really just on Atomic Kitten, as is Piranha Pixie. Very good wall. Smoke and Cinder through for another scoring pass.
Look at those blockers reforming. That is terrific.
Atomic Kitten manages to get through.
Getting prepared, Jammer approaching the pack, and snuck up the inside.
Smoke and Cinder does a little apex jump to get through. 12 points. Atomic Kitten's coming in for a scoring pass.
We have a very excited crowd here. I wish you all in the chat could be here because we have some very excited people. Also, I think
Smoke and Cinder through for another 4. Wow.
I think a lot of our kids have started to arrive for the second game, and so there are a lot of fans watching. They're younger compatriots
Smoke
out
and
there.
Cinder through, now having a 20-point jam with still about 40 seconds left.
That is terrific.
Wonder how many points she's going to get.
At least 24. Oh my gosh, look at that point score. We're now only separated by 14 points with 47 seconds. That's kind of a tall
Smoke
order.
and Cinder through again. 28 points.
I think that is your personal best.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And
a power jam for Smoke and Cinder.
You know what? Atomic Kitten has had such a great game. Oh, 32-point jam.
32-point jam.
22 seconds left. Oh, the jam
If I were the
over.
Lilies, I would call a timeout so that there can be one more jam.
There are 15 seconds left.
And it looks like someone did call a timeout.
And they called a timeout. That means, although there's 14 seconds left in the game, the timer is going to start for a fresh jam. That puts 2 minutes back on the clock.
8-point game after Smoke and Cinder's amazing 32-point jam against Atomic Kitten's 3.
How is this happening at a Petals exhibition game?
They're some of the best games to watch, and we're going to have a power jam for the Lilies as well that they are giving to Honeybee Sting.
Looks like Atomic Kitten is getting a really nurturing pep talk from Bobcat, one of the junior coaches. Bobcat is just an amazing coach. Even if he is your opponent during the home team season. Good friend and just an amazing coach. The leadership skills that some of these teenagers develop is just phenomenal. I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted by a really amazing derby that if your kid signs up for roller derby camp or joins the league, we have a complete sets of professional level gear for them to use for free for as long as they need to. That is how we make roller derby accessible to families because it is quite an investment if you just needed to buy the gear to start off.
Honeybee Sting
Oh.
trying to work their way through, but this wall just
This
keeps
is
reforming.
high stakes. This is and
And an apex jump by
Whoa.
Honeybee Sting makes it through for lead jammer.
oh, the bench is going
As the
wild.
period clock runs out, we are now on jam time only. Everything is up to Honeybee.
And I bet.
Great offense being played, getting the first scoring pass for Honey.
Oh, do we
But
have?
Atomic Kitten is out. This is a 4-point game.
Atomic Kitten has the cap off pass to the cap to the pivot.
Honeybee makes it through.
We have a tie game. We have a tie game. Don't call it. Oh, maybe. I'm not supposed to coach. The team coaches are signaling to call it. Honeybee Sting is going out. Oh, Destroya is out. Destroya is out for the Dragons. Honeybee Sting is scoring. Has made it through. Honeybee Sting's coaches are signaling to call it, and called it, I think.
Just a moment too late. I think, yep, the Dragons win this by 1 point.
1 point. That was unbelievable. I think there's going to be a pause. It's unofficial score at this point. If you saw what happened, we will reconstruct that a little bit. So close. 1 point stolen. Took it from a tie game to Dragons back in the lead by 1 before that call off.
And that is our
the
official
final
score. Lilies 165, Dragons 166.
That was
1 point game.
amazing. That's a win for both teams. That was
Yes.
just absolutely amazing. Congratulations to all our kids skating in their first games. Congratulations to your parents who got your kids to practice. Thank you for cheering along at home. Welcome to the future of the kids who are coming back to watch themselves in the most exciting game of the season. You guys did great. We're very, very proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what you do during home team season. We are going to switch to our in-house announcing here in a minute. I am Snorlax. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Nazgul.
Thank you for your excellent play-by-play. Really good job, Naz. We're going to be turning this over to Puns, who's going to go down to the floor for MVPs, so please don't leave. If you don't know how this works, the kids vote for MVPs for their opponents after they skate a lap, high-fiving all their fans in the crowd. And we will see who goes home with the MVPs. Thank you so much for joining us for this excellent game.
All right, Snapdragons. Who do you have for most valuable jammer?
Smoke and Cinder.
Smoke and Cinder. Most valuable blocker?
Murder Crow.
Murder Crow. And most valuable player?
Mozilla.
Mozilla. All right, Tiger Lilies. Who do you have for most valuable jammer?
Atomic Kitten.
Atomic Kitten. Most valuable blocker?
KOK, definitely.
KOK. And most valuable player?
Roll
Voldemort. All right, pictures. All right, someone take some pictures.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Inquiry number 80393, company is Seba Guide. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Inquiry number 80393, company is Seba Guide.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to everyone that applies to. Thank you all for coming out, and welcome to the Hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers. We've got a fun exhibition game today between the Creepy Crawlies and the Scream Equinox. I have no idea what that was, but anyways, before we get started, please stay on your side of those black bumpers. That is for your safety and the safety of the skaters. Also, while the action is going, please be courteous to your fellow friends and fans. Don't walk in front of everybody. Wait for the 30 seconds in between jams to go grab snacks or merch or what have you. Your fellow fans will appreciate you for that. Also, this is a juniors game, so we ask that everybody please cheer positively and responsibly and leave the coaching to the coaches. You all cheer, let the coaches coach. And while you're in a clapping mood, please give it up for all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And for our wonderful officials on skates and off. And now, because none of y'all are here for me, let's get this going.
Okay, welcome. First out is your team in black, the Creepy Crawlies. Number 01, we have Skittles. Number 100, Bob the Fred. Number 108, T-Rex. 132, the Kraken. 153, Candy Pane. 259, Lightning McQueen. Number 3, Funfetti. Number 34, Ruthless. 360, Yellow Jacket. Number 38, your captain, Cersei. 373, Coyote. 404, Error. 530, Morbid LaFay. 73, Bobcat. 814, Lucille Brawl. 84, Punchbug. And 09, PB and Jam. The Creepy Crawlies are coached today by Root of All Evil, Sci-Fi Curious, Slaughtermelon, and Rolling Thunder.
And now, presenting in the white, the Scream Equinox. Wearing 000 Slay's potato chips. Number 10, Ginger Snapper. Wearing 117, Nova Pain. 139, your captain, Damsel of Distress. Number 16, Beatrix Slaughter. Number 200, Painbow. Number 23, Noah Mercy. Wearing number 3, Sophia the Worst. Number 31, False Glitch. Wearing number 4, Tropical Punch. Number 40 is Blue Ruin. 411 Riot. Wearing number 47, Ms. Garcia. Number 5, Doomsday Adams. 616, Cybertooth Tiger. Number 70 is Super Beast. Wearing 702, Jigsaw. 971, Satoru Gojo. And let's see, buried down here at the end of my list, 245, Lil Havoc. And last but never least, 299, Rotten Mango.
Welcome back to the stream. I would just like to mention, I'm not sure it got caught, the coaches for the team that just skated out are Rosemary's Baby and Slaughtermelon.
Madness.
And Madness.
Slaughter's coaching the other team.
Thank you. Sorry. Off to a great start. Hey, welcome this afternoon to this Buds level exhibition game. My name is Snorlax, and I'm joined here by coach and junior skater who is also my child.
Novice school.
Thrilled with that sort of an introduction, aren't you?
Yes.
Welcome, welcome. So for anybody who is new, this is an exhibition game. That means it is made up of skaters who have been on maybe home teams in the last year or ones who are hoping to get drafted. So we do have some newbies out there. Ooh, a little excited, a little bit of a false start there.
For this first jam, we have Riot against PB and Jam. The blockers are Miss Garcia, Jigsaw, Super Beast, Sabertooth Tiger, Yellow Jacket, who just hit out Riot, Lucille Brawl.
PB
the
is
Kraken,
fighting at the top.
with some very good offense that got PB and Jam through, and Funfetti, who is actually playing in their first bout today. Riot is through for an initial pass with PB on the way
PB
to make
up the
them scoring
outside.
pass. Has 1, 2, 3, and 4 points.
Oh, nice attempt at catching by Ms. Garcia, but PB
Calls
got
it
through.
off for 4 points.
Whew. Okay, we are off to a fast start. That's 4 points for the Creepy Crawlies.
Yep. This next jam, we have Skittles against Damsel of Distress, who is your captain for Scream Equinox.
They are lining up on the Jam on Hawthorne Jam Line. The Jam Line is brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast place. Thank you for sponsoring Road City Rollers. And they're off. Oh,
Both jammers attempt
Skittles
to take the
out.
outside line, both stop, but Damsel of Distress then makes it through on the inside, and then Skittles makes it through on the inside.
these are two very strong jammers.
Both teams trying to reform before these jammers get there.
Damsel up the outside and through. Skittles pushing up the outside and also through. Oh, penalty called.
Track cut for Skittles. There's a power jam now for Scream Equinox. This means they are the only ones who are able to score because the other jammers in the penalty box. They're playing offense to get their jammer through.
Oh, I see we got a Cersei fan in the chat. I'm not surprised. Hey, Flit. I too am a Cersei fan. Oh, Damsel hit that defense, fell to her knees, and is through past Coyote. Everyone is waiting, and
Scream
Skittles is up.
reforming for that.
Skittles is through up the inside. Burst of speed. Skittles is getting faster and faster.
Damsel
stop.
following Slice Potato Chips offense through and then calling it off before Skittles can get any more points. That we have a lead change. It is now 8 for Creepy Crawlies and 14 for Scream Equinox.
Get used to those lead changes. We seem to have an official's timeout getting called. Do you want to explain what an official's timeout is?
An official timeout is usually called when there's something that needs sorted out on the officials' end, whether it's about the score, about a penalty they're not sure about, just getting everything.
Somebody's lost.
Somebody's lost. Or even just the officials really need water.
Speaking of explanations, we know this is an exhibition game, which means we have some new skaters, which means we have some new fans. So we're going to assume that a lot of you watching this now and in the future are not familiar with the rules of Derby, so please ask questions in the chat, and we will also provide the explanations that we can as time goes by.
We just had a great Radical Wheels replay of Damsel making it through the inside, middle, not inside. This is why they don't let me brace. I forget which one's which.
Oh, the honesty comes out. Yeah, a lot of these skaters, you're skating at right now, mostly down south, but a lot of these skaters are your teammates, so you're going to have a lot of insight into this game.
Bobcat is through for lead jammer, and Satoru Gojo is working his way through the pack as well. Hit out at the last second by Ruthless, our pivot for Creepy Crawlies. Bobcat makes it through for 4 points. Another lead change. We're now at 15 to 14 for the Creepy Crawlies.
Tell you, Gojo is one of the up-and-coming skaters who has been fantastic this year. Bobcat has been around for quite some time, but is usually a pivot.
Bobcat barrels through Tropical Punch for another scoring pass.
I like Jammer Bobcat.
Gojo
Juking
working
coming
his way through on the outside, but this is a very powerful wall.
Is that Rotten Mango and Havoc there holding Bobcat?
That is Ron Mango and Nova Pain, but Havoc is able to fight. Nope. Bobcat is able to fight through all of them. Gojo still working on this wall.
They slowed Bobcat down, which is an accomplishment.
The current tripod for White Team is made up all of former Killer Bee skaters, so they have been teammates since they were very young.
Well, and some of them are fairly recent to joining Buds in the last year, right?
Yep. Tropical Punch and Nova Pain just aged up, are up for grabs in the next home team draft, and Rotten Mango got on the Rainbow Bites last year.
Yep, that is another dynamic going on here. We have a good number of kids who just turned 12 or 13, which means they aged up from our younger kids division. Oh,
Gojo makes
by
it through for
Bobcat.
initial pass. Bobcat calls it with a 24-point jam.
So we have some experienced skaters out there, but have never skated full contact derby competitively yet, and they're just getting their feet wet with that. And like Naz mentioned, there are coaches in the audience watching this game, thinking about who they would like to draft for the upcoming home team season.
We've got Beatrix Slaughter, and that is T-Rex on the line. T-Rex flies through on the outside.
T-Rex is fast.
Playing offense right now.
Shoved out by Yellow Jacket.
We have Painbow, who is in the first game. Ooh, and Trixie falls into Jigsaw.
T-Rex.
T-Rex, yes. Oh, and we have a penalty for Beatrix Slaughter. This means there's a power jam for Trixie.
Not sure what those penalties were. It looks like we've got Glitch and Beatrix in the box. Penalties for Derby.
Great catch by Miss Garcia, causing T-Rex to call off the jam, trapping Beatrix Slaughter in the penalty box, giving them a power start.
We have Coach Rolls out there having a word. Penalties in Derby are 30 seconds long, almost all the time. There's some exceptions, but we won't get into that right now. You will notice that as skaters go to the box, they sit down. They sit for the first 20 seconds of their 30-second penalty. Then their helpful volunteers have them stand for the last 10.
Jamming for Creepy Crawlies on a power start, we have Bob the Fred playing in her first full contact game. Makes it through for lead jammer.
Hey, Abby. Oh, thanks, Flip. Flip said there was a high block. That means that the jammer hit an opposing skater in an illegal way too high on their body, outside of the legal hit zone.
Bob the
Contact
Fred
zone.
makes it through for 4 points. Beatrix Slaughter finishes up their initial pass. Great last-ditch effort by False Glitch, but Bob the Fred manages to slip through
Ooh,
and
call
calls
off.
it off for an 8-0 jam in favor of the Creepy Crawlies.
Nope, Abby. Candy Pane is still Candy Pane. I don't know if Sophia had a previous name.
Sophiopath was the previous name.
Sophia Path. That's fantastic, but also good name now. Who do we have on the jam? On
We
the Hackathon
have
jam line.
Doomsday Adams against PB and Jam.
Doomsday was a blocker in the last home team season, has just been practicing as a jammer this time around, and she's through for lead in, I think, the first game that she has played as a jammer.
I think so.
PB is right behind. PB is an experienced jammer. Plays for Rainbow Bites during the home team season. Both jammers pushed out. Doomsday is fighting at the top.
Great
and
defense being played by Noah Mercy, Blue Ruin,
Doomsday
and
is
Rotten
through.
Mango, but
Both
jammers
jammers are
make
through.
And calls it off for a 4-4 jam.
Good decision, strategic call off there. Doomsday did a good job of listening to Coach Rolls, who was telling her when to call it. The goal when you're lead is to score as many points as possible, call off the jam before your opponent gets theirs. Most of the time, that's the goal. There are exceptions. There's always exceptions in Derby.
We have Riot up jamming against Skittles for their respective teams.
Colorful hair jam.
It's looking like we have
Ooh,
Skittles up the
through.
inside. Riot fighting with Yellow Jacket to make it through. Just barely caught on the inside line right before getting out.
Who's that holding Riot? That's Coyote
And
and
Yellow
Yellow
Jacket.
Jacket.
Funfetti coming up to help.
Funfetti has confetti all over the jersey. That's pretty awesome.
And Riot makes it through for an initial pass. Skittles is on their way for a second scoring pass.
Yellow Jackets taking a break in the penalty box. We do not currently have a penalty box sponsor at Rose City. If your business would like an awful lot of call-outs, please consider sponsoring our penalty box. I mean, our kids play clean, very safe, but there is the occasional penalty, and you will get a call-out if you sponsor our penalty box. And also, you'll be supporting these great kids in this wonderful sport.
We've got Damsel of Distress and Bobcat up jamming against each other. They are both, I believe, the highest scoring jammers for their respective teams right now, so this should be a good matchup.
We are having a moment here, so I am going to shout out 187 Killer Pads, exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR. Industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, unparalleled excellence. 187 Killer Pads. You wear 187 Killer Pads.
I
Can you
do.
confirm
Yes,
unparalleled excellence?
I have not broken any knees yet.
That is true. They have saved my family thousands in medical bills. Thank you, 187 Killer Pads.
All right, 5 seconds is called. It looks like Punchbug is set up to play some offense for
Ooh.
Bobcat.
Serious jockeying around to the
But
blockers.
Sabertooth Tiger reforms around that offense and successfully hits
Oh,
out
Nova
Bobcat.
Pain, slow down Bobcat.
Both jammers are through. Damsel is lead, but Bobcat is slightly ahead. We'll see what they're going to decide to do about this.
Man, I tell you, there are so many blockers out there who are in. Oh,
Big
hard
hit for
hit to
Bobcat.
Nova.
But Nova gets right back up.
Nova is strong. Nova is one of those skaters who has just aged up and is up for the draft.
Great
and
job
is
slowing
super
down
strong.
Bobcat by Painbow, Slay, Sabi, and Nova Pain.
Number 200 is rallying the
Oh,
white blockers.
we have a track cut on Damsel of Distress. This is giving Bobcat
Ooh.
a power jam.
That is not what Scream Equinox needed. Oh, apex jump by Bobcat. I will just say again, we do not have an apex jump sponsor at Rose City. So if you would like your team, your business called out at the coolest moment in every game, come on board and sponsor Rose City Rollers Apex Jumps.
Jam is called off, trapping Damsel of Distress in the box for a couple of seconds, giving Trixie a very short power start.
Trixie's clapping, getting ready here on the Jam on Hawthorne Jam line. Oh, we have a timeout. Our timeouts are sponsored by Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of RCR. Welcome to PDX.
Looks like we've got False Glitch and T-Rex playing rock, paper, scissors right now. This is a very intense matchup.
I wonder what's at
who'll
stake.
win.
What do you think they were playing for? You know them both.
Probably a lead jammer. Who knows? Maybe Glitch.
I don't think
will
Glitch is going to get lead jammer.
Well, Glitch
is
maybe
not
Glitch
eligible.
will let Trixie through if Trixie wins.
I don't think so. Can you imagine?
Nope, Glitch
That-
did not.
Well,
Trixie does make it through for lead, though.
Glitch, man.
But Damsel is already through for an initial pass. Trixie will probably jump. Yep.
Trixie's so darn jumpy.
Trixie can fly.
I've seen her jump over you a time or two.
Yeah. But Damsel is now through for score. Oh.
Damsel had a spectacular little collision there with Coyote, but both are good.
And then a collision involving T-Rex. But False Glitch and then Super Beast both able to give strong hits. And then Noah Mercy gives a strong hit to T-Rex, who
And we have
decides
a call
that
off.
they have had enough and calls it off. I have been hit by all those people and can confirm that if I had been hit by them in succession, I would be done.
If your coach lets you be done.
Yeah. All right, we've got Lil Havoc against Bob the Fred. The pack is very spread out right now. Hopefully they're going to come, they're going to get a little closer before the jam starts so we don't start with a broken pack. Bob the Fred slips out on the outside line.
Havoc making their way through.
But caught by Lucille Brawl, who's then joined by Funfetti and Cersei.
Oh, Havoc has passed all the jammers on the opposing team. Has not gotten through yet.
Lil Havoc makes it through, or
Yeah,
Lil
that
Havoc
was
gets a track cut.
I saw that skate go out. I was hoping it wasn't so, but it was.
Bob the Fred now in a power jam, slips through on the inside line with some great offense from the Creepy Crawlies.
I feel like I've been watching Bob and Havoc for many years, skating modified contact.
They both pretty recently aged up and are doing very well.
Oh, nice. Oh.
I think that's a low block on Blue Ruin. Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. We've reached the point in the announcing where all I'm going is, oh. I will try to restrain myself.
Lil Havoc released from the box, coming up right behind Bob the Fred, who once again is just slipping their way through. Though Ginger Snapper is able to hit out Bob the Fred, drawing her back and giving the wall some time to reform. Some great offense by the Kraken, gets Bob the Fred through relatively unscathed, and then calls off the jam, 12-0.
Oh, Flip. Annie in the chat says that Upswept Creative is sponsoring our Apex Jumps. Well, thank you, Upswept Creative. If you are our Apex Jump sponsor, we appreciate you immensely. I think we need to get our list updated here. Thank you, Flip. Having a little moment. Ms. Garcia, jammer in white, is conspiring with her blockers. So what are the things you, as a jammer, are often saying to your compatriots here when you get the moment?
If you want them to take front wall, which is higher up and close to the pivot line, or back wall, which is right on the jam line. If you want offense, who you want to play offense, how you want them to play offense, and also potentially your predictions for what the other team is going to be doing so they know how to counteract it. So it looks like they're choosing to get front wall, which means that they're farther up and are probably planning to wrap around the other team to give Garcia some time to slip by on the lines.
We have two very, very quick jammers who are teammates during the home team season. PB and Jam and Ms. Garcia. I'll say again, roller derby is a complex sport. If you've got questions, put them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer, and there's also some very knowledgeable people in the chat with you who could also answer your questions. Roller derby people are always eager to teach.
PB makes it through for lead jammer. Miss
Ooh,
Garcia
Garcia
struggling
pushed
with Yellow
in.
Jacket. I feel like most of us struggle to get past Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, Yellow Jacket's a problem. Oh,
Miss
we
Garcia
cursed the
gets
Yellow
past,
Jacket.
And Yellow Jacket does get
So
it.
sorry, Yellow Jacket. It's called the announcer's curse. When announcers start pointing out something amazingly
Sabertooth
awesome.
Tiger holds PB long enough to get, oh! Long enough for Slay's Potato Chips to join, but then the jam is called off right as Garcia decides to fly.
We are seeing a Radical Rules replay of
Looks like
people
PB's
doing
footwork
awesome
to get
stuff.
through.
PB's footwork. Oh, Yellow Jacket just torturing Miss Garcia back there.
And we've got Beatrix Slaughter against Skittles for this next jam. Skittles takes the outside and fights through very successfully. I believe that was the same thing that happened last time Skittles jammed. Very strong jammer,
It
very
tends
good
to
at
happen.
shoving through. Beatrix Slaughter is through now for an initial pass.
Oh, Skittles through without hardly needing to touch anybody.
Satoru
That
Gojo
was
made a
smart.
good effort, but Skittles juked them out at the last second.
Smart jamming. Beatrix is through.
For 4 points.
Yellow Jacket is back. I don't think Skittles is interested in passing the cap to her pivot, though.
Some offense being played by Noah Mercy on that Creepy Crawly's tripod, and it is enough to get Beatrix Slaughter through. Tropical Punch and Ginger Snapper working against Skittles and manage to slow things down enough that Skittles decides to call off the jam.
Okay.
This being an 11-8 jam in favor of Creepy Crawlies.
Yes, great convo happening on the chat. Annie, aka Flip, is absolutely right. What we have out there are some very experienced high-level skaters who enjoy skating as kind of mentors and leaders out there on the track, as well as some up-and-coming skaters. After the home team season, they kind of scramble everybody together so kids get to play different positions, kids get to play with different people.
Speaking of different positions, Bobcat and Doomsday Adams, who are both usually blockers, are both jamming, and Bobcat runs through on the inside line. Doomsday tries to do the same thing, but is hit out. Oh, great hit out by False Glitch.
That was
Stopping
awesome.
Bobcat at the last moment, drawing them back. And Nova Pain and Painbow and
Oh,
Glitch again.
Oh my gosh.
Glitch is fighting hard
Glitch.
against Bobcat.
That was amazing. So Glitch in the last home team season primarily jammed and has just come out as a phenomenal and slightly terrifying blocker.
Doomsday Adams makes it through for an initial pass. Painbow running up. And then Glitch running up.
Glitch is
Wow.
on fire.
This wall just does not give up.
Glitch just powered Bobcat out. How hard is it to power Bobcat out?
Very difficult.
Glitch is just staged up oh no, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up my kids. Glitch has 1 year of home team play under his belt.
As a bud, I believe had 3 as a pedal prior.
We have,
We have the Kraken doing the Macarena.
and T-Rex very gracefully, okay, see, they're very focused. See, I was gonna say, when you guys are strategizing on the line, sometimes I know you're just singing the Macarena.
Yeah. Oh,
Sometimes-
and we've got rock, paper, scissors between Funfetti and T-Rex this time.
I never thought that I would be live announcing a rock, paper, scissors tournament. They really should be discoing. But are y'all too young to disco?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't really know any dances except for the Macarena, so
you-
that might just be a me problem.
It's because your parents failed to teach you to dance.
Kraken is very good at the Macarena, though.
I dance at Derby. And that's when you deny that I'm your parent. Wow, Kraken is really getting down. Kraken's just hoping to be drafted for her dancing skills. Although I think her blocking skills are pretty great.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, who do we have out there? Who is that pivot for Scream? Blue Ruin.
Yep.
Blue
Blue
Ruin.
Ruin working on helping
Pivot,
Riot
pivot
through the
there.
pack.
Riot
Riot
facing
almost
Yellow
makes
Jacket.
it through, but then Yellow Jacket.
I feel like Yellow Jacket and Riot styles are really well matched.
They are.
Riot
and they're
is really
usually
good at-
teammates, so they know each other very well.
Riot is very good at modifying and adjusting to Yellow Jackets' tricky ways.
Trixie jukes, but is hit out on the outside line and decides to call it off.
I want to give a shout out to some of the unsung heroes of roller derby. That is Delete Key. Oh, she's stepping to the side. Our in-house photographer today, who is also T-Rex's mother. We appreciate our photographers. Our kids very much treasure the photos. We have professional level sports photography going on here, done by volunteers, and it is greatly appreciated.
Very squished up wall, but Damsel of Distress is beginning to stretch it out. But Bob the Fred slips through.
Bob took
for lead jammer.
advantage. Error getting in there, helping to hold back Damsel.
Candy Payne holds Damsel for a moment.
Is that Candy
Save.
with the pivot cap?
Yep, and is able to do the hit out, but Damsel then makes it through after Lucille Brawl is sent to the penalty box. And what looked like a jump on the outside line from Bob the Fred for 4 points.
Bob the Fred, I believe, just dabbed to the audience. That was very silly, but awesome.
Damsel through for 4 points.
Bob
the
was
Fred
on the
through
outside,
for
and then
4
Bob
points.
came through the inside. How did Bob get from out? Okay,
She probably skated from the outside to the inside.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, it's a wonderful thing when the child teaches the parent. Damsel is through.
Great effort by Candy Payne to try and hit out Damsel, but Damsel is able to fight the hit out just long enough to send Candy Payne out of play. And a high block assessed to Lucille Brawl, sending her to the penalty box as Damsel slips on through, I believe, for
Backwards.
3 points. This is a 10-11 jam, actually in favor of Scream Equinox, even though they did not have lead.
Thank you to Poke no Taqueria. Poke no Taqueria, the sunniest place in Portland. Voted the best tacos and Mexican food in PDX. That sounds delicious to me right now.
We have Lil Havoc against PB and Jam.
Everyone's gathering at the Jam on Hathorne Jam line.
4-3 pack advantage for Scream Equinox at the moment as Lucille Brawl is sitting in the penalty box. Slay's Potato Chips playing some offense for Lil Havoc, but it's being absorbed pretty effectively by Ruthless. PB and Jam makes it through for lead jammer in the meantime. Lil Havoc makes it through for an initial pass, right as PB comes in for a scoring pass, slips through on the inside. Seems to be running the jam as Lil Havoc comes in, following Slay's Potato Chips through, but once again caught by Ruthless.
Punchbug is rallying the troops there at the front. Who's 814?
Lucille Brawl. That is a wall of skaters who all play together on home teams, so they probably are very good at communicating and getting together where they need to be.
Poor
Lil
Havoc.
weaving through, though.
Yeah,
I
Havoc
believe
managed to separate. That was very clearly, yeah, that was a back block from Punchbug. Not on purpose. These are rarely never on purpose. But
Lil Havoc was able to weave through and score all 4 points, even though he didn't make it out of the pack. That is one thing. If you pass someone and then they get back in front of you, you have still earned their point. So that is why Havoc was able to get all 4 points, despite not having passed everyone at the same time.
I know it looks like pandemonium out there, but Derby has very specific rules about where you are allowed to contact your opponents with force. That's why you're hearing things like high blocks and back blocks and leg blocks. The center of the back is not a legal place to hit an opponent. Skaters do a great job of avoiding it, but sometimes it just happens.
Bobcat seems to be the only blocker out there for, oh, never mind, it's Bobcat and Yellow Jacket. Nope, it's just Yellow Jacket.
I think Glitch just tried to keep Bobcat from leaving the track. I don't know if you, what, is that a penalty? Is that like unsporting conduct?
If you
Just kidding, Glitch.
I'm not sure.
Just
But
kidding.
it
Don't
looks
come
like-
for me when you listen
Yeah,
to
Yellow
this.
Jacket is the only blocker on the track right now for Creepy Crawlies, so
That's happened to you a couple times.
yeah. It happens. You hope it doesn't, but it does.
Okay, who do we have out there for Scream Equinox's blockers?
We have
Nova Pain.
Nova Payne, Painbow, Tropical Punch, and False Glitch. At this point, I'd probably put one of them as offense to just keep Yellow Jacket off of
What do you think Rolls
Garcia.
is saying to them right now?
Probably what I just said, because Rose coached me, so most of my strategy knowledge is from her. And probably to take advantage of this advantage that they have right now. Oh, they're releasing Punch Bug from the box.
Free Punch Bug. Punch Bug was falsely accused. Just kidding. Is Painbow skating in their first ever Buds game?
This is Painbow's first ever game, period. Was never a pedal, so this is
Oh,
their first
wow.
game ever. They're doing very well.
I apologize if I've already said this, but when we mention Petals and Buds, Petals is our 12 and under part of the league where they play modified contact. Buds is our 12 and older that you're watching right now. So when we say age up, that means somebody was playing in our younger kids division
And
has
Skittles
come
up
up.
the outside line once again.
I feel like
Garcia
perhaps-
does a great spin over Yellow Jacket and makes it through the pack for an initial pass.
perhaps one should watch the outside line when Skittles is jamming.
Yeah, it's been the outside line every time. Yep, there we are. Outside line again.
Hey, it's working for her. She is awesome.
Yep. Garcia hit out on the outside, but is able to get past Quinn and Kai, but is then reabsorbed by Yellow Jacket.
Hey, that group of up-and-coming blockers in white did get Skittles out there. And Glitch got in a good hit, making it very hard for her to get through.
Oh, believe a direction penalty called on Painbow. But Garcia makes it through for 4 points right as the call-off happens, evening out the jam to 8-8.
Okay, that is a very strong group of blockers in black. We have Kraken, Error, and Cersei. I would not want to try to get through the three of them for any reason. I wouldn't even want to do it off skates, let alone on skates. Who do we have out there for Equinox?
We have another very strong wall, Noah Mercy, Rotten Mango, and Blue Ruin. Blue Ruin is only in their
Cersei
second bout, but is doing very well.
Cersei just powered Beatrix out.
But
Beatrix
Beatrix
got
is
through.
able to juke them out. Trixie shakes off a hit on the outside line, gets through, calls it off for 4 points, leaving Yellow Jacket and Painbow standing in the box just with seconds before they could have left.
Okay. I would love to thank Black Cat Plumbing for sponsoring RCR, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
We've got Riot going up
Riot is
against
frantically gesturing to her friends.
Bob the Fred. Riot makes it through on the outside. The outside line is working really well for everyone today.
Wow, Riot was just so fast up against Funfetti there.
Oh, great hit out
Oh.
by Sliced Potato Chips, but it was a penalty.
Oh, no, Riot accidentally hit her own blocker. It happens sometimes. And Bob is through. Riot's right behind.
Oh, no, Riot got a forearm penalty.
Oh,
We're
power
leaving Bob the
jam.
Fred in, I think, her third power jam of this game. Taking full advantage of it.
So at this point, if you are a blocker in white, you are up against everybody playing offense against you right now.
Sliced Potato Chips back on the track, working to rejoin the wall.
Riot standing. Did Riot had lead? That means this jam will go full 2 minutes.
Yep. Damsel and Painbow absorbing Bob the Fred, taking away a lot of her speed, which is her greatest strength, is definitely how quick she's able to move. Painbow almost hitting Bob the Fred out, but she's able to stay in and juke to the middle, then getting through for 4 points.
Both jammers are out. Damsel and Yellow Jacket are shoving each other around a little bit while they waited for the jammers to reach the pack.
Hard hits all around, but both jammers do end up getting reabsorbed into the pack. Riot does make it through for 4 points. Bob the Fred is almost through, but caught at the last second by, very hard hit, probably winded.
Like Riot's gonna take, Bob is gonna take a moment.
Yeah.
We have amazing medics here who just check everybody out when they take a tumble, make sure everything's okay. Bob is getting up. Looks like Bob is doing good. This is a very, very good time for me to thank 888, exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR. They have more Derby-specific gear than any other brand. 888 has you covered. Thank you, 888, for protecting all these precious heads. And that rolling whistle signifies that we are back after that injury timeout.
And we have another timeout.
What kind of timeout? This is
An
exciting.
official
I know
timeout.
what it is. It's a welcome to PDX timeout. Welcome to PDX. RCR's official realtor, welcome to PDX. See what I did there?
I did.
I'm figuring out this announcing thing.
Yes.
Thank you. Your support means a lot.
Good.
And another rolling whistle. I do think that means we are probably going to be returning. Yep.
We've got
Ghost Stage has her
Sachiro
hand up.
Gojo against Bobcat. I have a theory that, Bobcat is going to take the in. Everyone's taking the out except for Bobcat, who is taking the
Gojo
in.
just went up the middle and got through
Yep.
real well. Gojo's kind of sneaky.
Bobcat,
Bobcat just hit
Hitting.
Ginger Snapper, but sneaked on by.
I believe the proper term is snuck.
Wow, I literally taught you how to talk. Are we here? It's Mother's Day. Anyway, Gojo is through. And Bobcat calls it off.
8-4 jam in favor of Creepy Crawlies. Current score, Creepy Crawlies 177, Scream Equinox 68.
You can hear how much fun Naz and I are having today. You too could be a part of this rad community by volunteering with Rose City Rollers. Go to rosecityrollers.com/volunteer or come to a game and talk to just about anybody. You would be very welcome. We have a multitude of different jobs, whatever your talent and interest is. And you do not need to skate.
Skittles up the outside line once again. Lil Havoc caught by Lucille Brawl and Candy Pain, very formidable duo. I believe they played together on Petal's travel team.
Oh, Glitch is. Oh, did Skittles go out? Glitch went out. So whether Skittles went out or not, Skittles gets to keep going.
Still great effort to get that last minute hit. Oh, great hit out by Tropical Punch. Then guiding Skittles into Glitch, but Skittles is able to make it through on that inside line. Lil Havoc makes an initial pass. It's catching up with Skittles, so Skittles calls it.
You know what I am thinking right now as we have a little bit less than 4 minutes left in this half is that this is going to be a really good home team season for
definitely.
juniors here at RCR. The calm before the whistle at the Jam on Hathorn jam line. TV, oh, that was close. I have no idea who got lead.
It looks like it was Doomsday, but PB's in front.
Oh, no, it was PB. We've got two.
Ooh, great effort to stay in bounds, but Blue Ruin's hit was able to take PB out on the outside.
Blue Ruin has been killing it in exhibition season.
Doomsday
I cannot
fights
wait.
through for 4 points, as does PB, just a little behind.
It's going to be fun to see which team Blue Ruin ends up playing for in the home team season. I also would like to shout out Avery and Pandemonium, our two refs who are shadowing the jammers. Those are two of our junior refs out there.
Great hit by Jigsaw on PB and Jam, whose coaches tell her to call it, and she does, making this a 6-8 jam in favor of Scream Equinox.
No, someone in the chat appreciates our snarkiness. Thank you. We've been practicing it for 16 years. Well, I don't know. I wasn't. Yeah, I was being snarky at you before you could talk. I figured I'd get the advantage while I could. You made up for it, though. You've outsnarked me. I don't mind.
Oh, official timeout.
Man, those officials.
Lots of timeouts happening.
That's good.
That means they're making sure everything is done correctly.
Okay. I want to thank Ritual Dyes for sponsoring Derby here at RCR. Ritual Dyes is Portland's local yarn shop with hand-dyed yarn, tools, and more, owned by a Bud's parent and a Wreckers skater. And we have a
Bobcat jumps up and down very excitedly about something.
something very exciting happening there.
I don't
Kraken
know
and
why they're all so
Bobcat.
excited, but they're very excited.
Is there a penalty for wagging your fingers in somebody's face on the track?
I mean, I guess depending on the severity, it could be a misconduct.
What if you did it to a ref?
That might be a misconduct.
Oh, Trixie,
Trixie runs up the outside line, but Painbow's able to catch her, delaying just long enough for Miss Garcia to also get through. The Trixie is about a quarter of a track ahead.
Trixie going out. Oh, sneaks past Ginger. Snuck past Ginger.
Miss
Coyote
Garcia hit up by
push-
Coyote.
Garcia out there. Oh, but
Jukes
she
out
manages
Bobcat
to squeeze
for 4
past
points.
Bobcat. Trixie calls it. I mean, T-Rex calls it. I apologize.
Right before the Creepy Crawlies hit the century mark. The score is right now 199 to 80.
That would be the 2-century mark.
Yeah.
Awkward silence. And I'm going to fill that awkward silence by saying Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery is John Landing's favorite eatery and saloon and a sponsor of what you're seeing here at RCR.
Oh, we've got Yellow Jacket jamming for the first time for Creepy Crawlies.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Up against Beatrix Slaughter. Beatrix shoots up. Who is lead? Oh,
Beatrix
Beatrix
is lead,
is
but Yellow
lead.
Jacket is right behind. Very fast.
Oh, if you do not know the rules of Derby, the jammers are
Seconds
allowed
behind.
to make contact with each other at any point on the track. Blockers can only hit jammers when they're near the pack.
Both jammers make their way through with a little bit of resistance from the walls, but not enough to slow them down.
Crowd is getting quite excited here.
Yellow Jacket hit out, I believe, by Nova Pain.
Beatrix is driving and is through. Oh, who got 814? Got a penalty of some kind.
That is Lucille Brawl. Both
Oh, and
jammers have
Cersei too.
completed their second scoring pass. Beatrix slips through on the inside line for another 4 points.
Beatrix is up against only 2 blockers at this point. Nova Pain doing a good job there against Yellow Jacket.
Ooh. Beatrix attempts an apex jump, but is hit out by Candy Pain.
Candy Pain is a force to be reckoned with. And who's that they're with?
That is Morbid LaFay.
Morbid LaFay, yes.
Yellow Jacket cuts through the wall for another scoring pass.
Candy Pain and Morbid LaFay are really covering it, just the 2 of them.
Beatrix is able to get through. Yellow Jacket slips through once again.
We have a 20-16 jam here going on. Beatrix is lead, has the ability to call it, and Beatrix calls it. That was pretty awesome.
This is a 20 to 18 point jam, quite a lot of points.
I will be surprised if we have a jam that is a higher scoring jam than that one.
I don't know, the Petals did get a 32 point jam last game.
Well, that Petals game was just unreal. That one was so far out of the norm. That was a great game. As is this. I tell you, we are at intermission. The score differential does not represent how each jam has been going. This game is much closer than what is represented in that score differential. But we're going into halftime. 219 Creepy Crawlies, 98 Scream Equinox, and we will see you in about 10 minutes.
by the on-skates officials. Shout out to our officials who are...
We have Jump Cut, Ghost H. Jump Cut is on here twice on every single time. Rita Slayworth, Darth Bling, Sarah, Kurt Copain, Talia Up, Django Fett, and Dr. Crusher as off-skates officials, I believe. They are the ones in black
And,
who are off-skates.
and on skates, we have Pearl Jim, Andy Oakley, Pandemonium, Avery Phylactic Shock, Banana, Uni, Shobi Wan, and Tripper Gore.
Indeed.
Also, it looks like Doesn't Matter is missing from the list of non-skating officials because he's very much over there.
You know, maybe Jump Cut is cosplaying as, or Matt is cosplaying as Jump Cut
And that's why her
on our
name's
list.
twice,
Thank you, Matt.
naturally.
One of our excellent, excellent refs here at Rose City. Teams are coming on out, and we have the swoopy whistle.
I wonder if Creepy Crawlies knows that no one's wearing the pivot cap right now.
I'm going to say they don't.
That's okay.
I think that perhaps the jammer might want to say something, but okay, well,
We've got Riot, makes it through, gets lead, but is hit out by Bobcat, who recycles. Bob the Fred slicing through, but caught at the last moment by Jigsaw, who's then joined by Noah Mercy. But
Bobcat
the Fred
is
is able to
just
make it through.
a nightmare for Riot right now, and Bobcat.
Both the Bobs are just running the show right now.
It's the Bob and Bob show. I'd watch that show. Okay, approaching the line, we have Damsel of Distress and PB and Jam. We've seen them before. We have Cersei, Yellow Jacket, and who is the pivot? 53?
That 153, that is Candy Pain.
And Candy Pain out there for the Creepy Crawlies. We have Nova Pain, Ginger Snapper, Glitch, and
Blue Ruin.
Blue Ruin. Tell ya.
That Scream wall is just reforming again and again around PB, but eventually she's able to slip through on the inside line.
That was pretty impressive with the
Ooh,
experience
great
level.
footwork done by Damsel to make it past Yellow Jacket. PB also does some great footwork.
I
but
just
is
need a
reabsorbed.
moment. Those are, for the most part, significantly less experienced skaters in white in that wall, and they just did an amazing job of communicating, reforming, and being an absolute menace to their opposing jammer. That looks hard, and it is harder than it looks. I have learned from lots and lots of watching of Derby. It's really impressive. Some really terrific coaching and talented skaters.
We
out
have
there today.
Skittles and Lil Havoc on the line, and once again Skittles goes for the outside line.
Havoc
I'm
is
sensing
also
a trend.
Oh, Havoc changed their mind.
Super Beast playing some offense on Ruthless. Lil Havoc decides to take the in, does slip past everyone except for Punch Bug. Ooh,
Oh.
apex jump from Skittles, but I think, was hit
yeah.
out by Tropical Punch and gets a cut track.
Hasn't realized it yet, but so when an official calls a penalty, there is some grace, knowing that the skaters are very, very busy, and sometimes they don't hear it the first time, correct?
Yes, I believe you get it called a second time, and if they have to call your name a third time and you don't acknowledge them at all and aren't making at least an effort to get to the penalty box, then you can get a second penalty.
Yeah.
But they do give you some flexibility because they know you weren't always here. Ooh, Lil Havoc makes it through for scoring pass on the outside line. Very, very popular outside line today.
Probably they booby-trapped the inside line.
Skittles is back out of the box.
Havoc has passed a couple opponents. Skittles,
Ooh,
oh, that was
successful apex
huge.
jump that time.
That was huge. That was like high and a very long
Lil
jump.
Havoc making their way through, but caught by Ruthless. Skittles hit out, I believe, by Super Beast. And Rotten Mango then hits out Skittles. Wall draws her
Oh,
back.
they
Rotten
drove
Mango
Skittles
hits out
out.
Skittles again.
Oh, Flip points out there is not a set number of times. Okay, that makes sense. A lot depends on context.
All right, 8-12 jam in favor of Scream Equinox.
Squeam Equinox.
Yeah, Scream Equinox.
Looks like we have Gojo versus T-Rex on the line this time.
For 3-pack advantage for the Creepy Crawlies at the moment. With Bobcat, Coyote, the Kraken, and Funfetti. Trixie takes the inside line, but is hit out by Slay's potato chips.
That's why everyone goes outside, man. You go inside, you get hit out. But Trixie made it.
Bobcat hits out. Oh, does not hit out. Satoru Gojo manages to stay in bounds by one hand.
Oof.
Trixie attempts an apex jump, but is caught by Sabertooth Tiger and knocked out of bounds. There's a no-pack, which they should probably work on reforming.
And a no-pack is?
A no-pack is when there's not a... The pack is the largest group of skaters, blockers from both teams, within 10 feet of each other. A no-pack is when there is not a pack.
Oh,
great
that was a
jump.
terrific apex jump.
And yeah, it's considered a no-pack if everyone's too far apart or if there is just not one larger group. Oh, great hit by T-Rex, knocking over Super Beast, but they are able to get back
bounce
up.
back up.
Yep.
It never fails to amaze
Gojo
how junior skaters just
really
pounce
struggling
back
against
up.
Bobcat, but is able to get 3 points in that second pass.
While our players switch out here for the next jam, I want to thank WSL Leadership Coaching. Learn how to transform interpersonal conflict into organizational justice at WSLleadership.com. Thank you for sponsoring what you see here at RCR.
We have Miss Garcia against PB and Jam. Looks like the pivots are playing offense against each other right now. PB and Jam makes it through with Garcia hot on their heels.
Garcia drafted behind PB just like they were playing with each other instead of against each other. And Garcia is going up.
PB caught by Sophia the Worst, slowed down just a little
Cersei
bit.
almost caught her, but she got past. They are neck and neck.
Jamref taking a tumble.
It happens sometimes.
Both jammers side by side running into the pack.
Oh, Garcia just popped out there by Yellow Jacket. Has to decide, do I want to face Cersei or Yellow Jacket? I would not want that to be my decision. Error in there, forming up with Cersei and
Candy Pain going for that last
almost
moment
caught.
hit, but Garcia makes her way through. PB decides to call it, giving a slight point advantage to the Creepy Crawlies with an 11-8 jam.
We are seeing a Radical Wheels replay of that start here. They're just shooting out, yep. Garcia just drafted right behind PB. Straight through, that was an amazing jam.
Now we have Beatrix Slaughter up against Bob the Fred.
Moment of calm. Bob is pushing through.
Beatrix makes their way
Last
past.
person they're up against was Ruthless.
Good hit out by Blue Ruin, knocked down, but is still able to get Bob the Fred out of bounds.
Ooh, Bob is being bounced between Nova and Glitch and Blue Ruin.
Beatrix makes it through for a scoring pass. Punchbug playing some offense for Bob the Fred, who is able to sneak up through the middle. Beatrix working on a second scoring pass, makes it through and calls it off for an 8-0 jam for Scream Equinox.
Oh, seeing a Radical Wheels replay here. Through the pack. Every Every once in a while, to the left of your screen, right next to our medics, you see a booth. That is our merch booth. There are terrific designs for sale. You can also find those at rosecityrollers.com/shop if you have a skater that you love who maybe has a birthday or a holiday coming
Riot
up.
through for lead jammer, but some quick thinking offense played by Bobcat.
Oh.
And T-Rex attempts to do jammer on jammer defense.
It backfired. Riot
yeah,
and
Riot's
Bobcat
able to
are
shrug off
having
the
it
hit.
out, and Funfetti just gets up there to get involved. I would not want to get involved in that. Funfetti is fearless. That was pretty awesome.
4-4 jam. Doesn't make a difference to the point differential, but still very impressive
It made
jam.
a difference to my entertainment and all of our entertainment. That, oh.
We
You
now
know,
have,
sometimes that jammer on jammer offense pays off. Most of the time it doesn't seem to pay off, but it's pretty fun to watch.
we have Damsel up against Skittles, and I have a prediction of the outside line. What? The inside line? Oh, but Damsel went for the outside line.
Skittles
All right.
is not gonna.
Skittles
not
defies
gonna
prediction.
prove
Ooh,
you
some
right.
Potential jammer on jammer.
Skittles will not be defined. Damsel is
Oh.
in the rear, but
Hard hit by Skittles.
wow.
Both of them make
Both
it
of
through.
those jammers just powered through the pack. And that is a strong group of blockers. That was amazing. Okay, Damsel does have the decision-making power here. She
Noah Mercy
is
does
the
some
lead.
quick offense to hit out Lucio Brawl in the meantime, and then rejoins the defensive wall.
Skittles is being recycled. Looks like Ginger Snapper was
That is
leading
a
that.
no pack. I believe a destruction.
It was a no
on
pack
Noah
because
Mercy.
they went back too far?
Yep.
Okay.
And Noah Mercy was in between, and when they moved, the pack did break.
Ooh, Damsel took a tumble, but popped back up, adjusted those probably 187 knee pads.
Oh. Skittles is...
Oh, man, Candy Pane just holding her. Okay. I think we may be...
Official
They
timeout.
thought they were calling it off for an official timeout. Or perhaps it was called off. It was called off as an official timeout. I think our officials thought that someone took a tumble and perhaps had an injury.
Looks
Or
like
maybe they
everyone's up and okay, though.
maybe they saw something here in juniors. Our officials take safety extremely seriously. If anybody's head hits the floor, even if they pop back up, our officials make sure the kids are safe. Something happened there. We're not sure what.
I did see Skittles going off holding their face, so it's possible that they took a hit to the face.
You know, speaking as a parent, when it comes to juniors, always err on the side of safety if you've got to err. But they don't often err. And kids don't often get hurt. It's pretty amazing. Lots of coaching, lots of training goes in before they're playing at this level.
We've got Satoru Gojo and PB and Jam.
Oh.
PB sprints through,
Blue
outruns
Ruin
the
and Glitch
blockers.
were right at her heels. PB just a little more experience and a little more speed.
But not this time. This time,
That time Blue Ruin got her.
Yep. Was able to hit out PB.
Oh, but PB dodged. That just shows a different... Every skill set comes to play here. Come back in September, see how these kids get drafted into their home teams, and it's going to be a great home team season here at Rose City. We have, at this level of Derby, we have 4 home teams that play from September through December here at the hangar at Oaks Park. We're having an official timeout. Hey, did you know that we have an official realtor here at Rose City Rollers? They sponsor our timeouts. And this timeout is brought to you by RCR's official realtor. Welcome to PDX. Welcome to PDX. We have some other terrific sponsors that I haven't mentioned. I want to thank Menopause Northwest, Portland Vital Signs, and Trailhead Credit Union for their support of what you are watching here today. Their support of our kids and our adults here playing some of the world's best derby.
Very hard offensive hit play done by Bobcat, but
Who is that?
Sabertooth Tiger is
That
able
was
to take the
Sabertooth.
hit and then just come right back in front of that jammer. But Bob the Fred is not able to get through from that offense, and Lil Havoc is able to run up the inside line.
Havoc came out of, to me it was nowhere. Maybe I just am slow in observing, but that was amazing. Just bursting on the speed up the inside.
Tripod of Beatrix Slaughter.
Beatrix is up there,
Yeah,
ready
Beatrix
to.
sliced
Havoc
potato
is
chips.
through again.
And Sabertooth Tiger just reforming, not letting Bob the Fred get through. Damsel of Distress rejoining, seeming to be playing offense as that wall's clearly got Bob locked down.
Bob got knocked to the inside there.
Great jamming by Lil Havoc.
Havoc powered through
Forcing
past
the no pack,
Kraken. That
getting
is not
through.
easy. Kraken is very strong. Poor Bob. Bob is back on feet, pushing on the outside. That is just an exhausting jam for Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have an official timeout. We do have a skater who just needs to take a breather, getting helped off by Coach Root. Then, thank you for our officials. Their quick eyes when they notice something is maybe just a little off. They call it off right away. We have amazing volunteer medics who make sure everybody is okay. Skaters are getting ready for the next jam whenever that's going to come about. Our potentially hurt skater seems to be all right. They're over there just getting looked over by the medics. Never fear.
As
Yeah.
always, thank you to our medics.
Yes.
We could not play roller derby without them. Certainly cannot play roller derby safely without them.
We have Air waving to the crowd down there with Cersei. And who is that whose number I cannot
Lucille
see?
Brawl.
Oh, that's Lucille. So we have the blockers in black all the way towards the jammer line, and then we have the blockers in white all the way up to the pivot line so far apart. Why do you do that?
Probably the Scream Equinox really wanted front wall, so they're starting way up there. But they're probably,
Up.
going to roll back. Otherwise, the jam would start with a no pack, and no one would be able to do any blocking, and that would not be great. Oh, Garcia through for lead jammer, with Painbow able to
Well.
delay Trixie just enough that Garcia was able to get the lead.
Oh,
Quick
T-Rex.
jammer on jammer.
This time, T-Rex's
Wow.
sneaky jammer offense paid off. I tell you, it doesn't always pay off. But that time it did, except T-Rex
Illegal
got a
contact.
penalty. And now Miss Garcia, your home team teammate,
Yep.
is killing it out there.
On a power jam.
Oh, caught
Garcia
by
Lucille is
814.
able to slow down Garcia, but ends up getting a penalty for her troubles.
Cersei and Error and Kraken are holding down the fort there. The blockers are really
Ooh, small apex hop by Miss Garcia for the third
a-
scoring pass of the jam.
little bit of a surprise there. Cersei and Error were not quite far enough to the end to catch that apex jump.
Oh, Garcia
Garcia-
ducks through, but
Garcia and
Trixie is also
Trixie,
through.
both of these jammers, Garcia calls it off. Good call. Both of those jammers are so quick and also pretty good at kind of containing their energy, so it's hard to guess which direction they're going to juke versus jog as they come to the pack. So you often see blockers guessing the wrong direction. Looks like Root of All Evil, coach for the Creepy Crawlies, is calling a team timeout. We are seeing a... Oh, I don't know what. Getting confused between my screens. Sorry, folks. Old brain. You better take over.
We have
Go on.
Scream Equinox has Riot jamming,
Have I mentioned that
Blue
volunteering
Ruin-
at RCR is a lot of fun?
Blue Ruin pivoting. We have blockers as well, Ginger Snapper, Sophia the Worst, and Tropical Punch. For Creepy Crawlies, we have Yellow Jacket jamming, Lightning McQueen pivoting, Ruthless and Punchbug also blocking, and Lucille Brawl standing in the penalty box ready to join them.
Tropical Punch was like spinning in circles all in like in our own little world. That was lovely. I relate. All right. This is going to be a good matchup. I like the Yellow Jacket versus Riot jams. Looks like Tropical Punch is right up there in the middle of the tripod of the blockers in black, ready to cause some problems.
Scream Equinox does have a pack advantage, but not for long.
Yeah. The reason why we know that is that their blocker, who is in the box, is standing, which means there's only less than 10 seconds. Oh,
Yellow Jacket
a lot
makes it
less.
through for lead jammer. Riot not far behind. Oh, Riot getting a high block penalty.
oh no.
Oh, Yellow
Poor
Jacket
Riot.
tries to duck on the outside, but Ginger Snapper is able to catch them.
Did Riot not have lead? I thought Riot had lead.
Riot
Apparently
did
not.
not quite earn lead. Actually, yeah, no.
If Riot
Yellow
had
Jacket's
lead
right.
and then got a penalty, then there would be no lead for this jam. But because maybe Riot accidentally.
Oh, Yellow Jacket getting a penalty.
All
now.
right, here we have the less than 30-second penalty that I mentioned could happen. That's
Going to
because
have
not
jammer
much
swap.
point in having both jammers sitting out.
Right,
Everyone would have nothing to
sprinting
do.
up the outside line, shoving past everyone, but this wall just keeps reforming. Lucille Brawl catching.
Riot's just so happy
But-
to be back on the track,
But
and
Blue
she's
Ruin plays some
through.
great offense for Riot, opening up the middle.
So I did the announcer's curse and foreshadowed the loss of lead. Since Yellow Jacket did have lead but did get a penalty, that means lead is lost for the jam. That means these jammers are out there for a full 2 minutes.
And another scoring pass by Riot. Stream Equinox preparing for Yellow Jacket, who just slices through the wall. Blue Ruin gives chase but isn't quite able to stop Yellow Jacket.
2-minute jam, 30 seconds left. How much do you love 2-minute jams?
I hate 2-minute jams.
But you're so good at them.
I hate 2-minute jams.
You're so good at them.
Blue Ruin hits out Yellow Jacket once and
Oh.
almost hits them out again, but they're able to stay in
Man.
this time. Yellow
Riot
Jacket 3
is
for
just
4.
sneaking
Riot
through.
3 for 4.
I feel like Riot just snuck through and nobody even realized she was there. 10 seconds left. Is that enough time to get points? Yes.
Yes, very much
Oh,
so.
nice job for Yellow Jacket.
Oh, Riot runs
Riot
into their own skater, but is able
is
to
through.
slip past, I believe,
Oh,
got
I
2 points.
think she
Yep,
may have.
2 points.
If we've already said this, I apologize, but for those who are unfamiliar with roller derby, the points are scored every time the jammer's hips pass the opposing blocker's hips. That's why we have so many refs out there, and they often are watching the feet to make sure they're where they belong. They're also watching those hips very carefully to watch the scores happen. That is why if you get all the way through, it's 4 points, but if you only get halfway through, it means you've passed 2 of your opponents. You get 2 points.
PB and Jam gets lead jammer as Doomsday Adams fights their way through.
Doomsday's
Swooping side
out.
to side makes it through. Some offense from Noah Mercy. PB and Jam slips past
Oh.
everyone. Great offense by Bobcat.
Very wisely shoved Glitch out right before PB came through. I think Bobcat has noticed that Glitch is a major threat and is trying to neutralize him. Poor Glitch.
Great spin done by
and
PB, but does get caught up by Glitch.
Glitch just proved me right. Number 23 and 000 are right there too.
That
Look
is
at
No Mercy and Sliced Potato Chips. Very impressive
Look at them
wall work.
circle through while their jammer gets through. Oh, Doomsday did get a penalty for something in that interaction, but it was absolutely beautiful teamwork. Again, I don't think Doomsday has jammed before this exhibition season, and
She jammed
Just
a
having a
tiny
good
bit
game.
in pedals, but even then was mostly a block.
oh yeah, you coached her in pedals, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. Yeah, everybody kind of gets a taste of jamming and blocking in pedals, it seems, and then they
PB
sort of
calls
specialize.
it off, giving a power start to the Creepy Crawlies, trapping Doomsday in the box, meaning she has to get through that wall again. She did get 1 point before getting sent to the box.
All right, right now, T-Rex is starting on a power jam, which isn't not your favorite situation if you're the opposing team. Trixie's a little hard to stop, but they are going to do their best. Oh, they slowed her down, but she got through.
Trixie's very good at just weaving past, taking different lanes for every blocker, so none of them have a chance to hit her out.
Trixie is approaching the pack again.
Makes 2 points.
Who is that in black doing the offense, keeping the
That
white
is
block?
Punchbug.
Punchbug did an amazing job of keeping The opposing
but
blocker's
Doomsday
busy, so they
sneaks
couldn't
through.
focus on T-Rex, and Doomsday snuck through.
Got out.
Doomsday is going to be
Ooh,
scoring this
great
time
apex
round.
jump.
Trixie
Oh, but
waving
it was
to
a
the
track
crowd.
cut.
Oh,
No, it was the forearm. Well,
okay.
power jam for Doomsday Adams now.
Doomsday is
Makes it
through.
for 4 points.
Yes, this is exciting.
Trixie sprinting to the penalty box. Your penalty
Cersei is
does not-
rallying her companions there. Meanwhile, you'll notice all of the blockers in white are getting together to foil those plans.
The reason why you see people moving so quickly to the penalty box is because your penalty does not start until you actually sit down, meaning that if you take a long time to get there, your penalty is essentially longer.
Doomsday is through. I noticed that she took an extra second to collect herself, and I think she's got a good eye looking to see where that path through might be.
Sometimes it's good to wait until
Yeah.
your offense has a good setup for you instead of just running for it and getting hit out. Speaking of getting hit out,
Oh, good job,
Rotten
Mango.
Hitting out T-Rex as Doomsday slips
T-
through on the outside once again.
Doomsday is having a fantastic game, as is T-Rex. It's just, I get especially excited when I see somebody doing something that they're newer at and really excelling. It's super exciting.
Oh, Trixie gets hit out
Trixie
once
hit
again.
out the famous 1-foot slide.
Doomsday shoving through, manages to knock Cersei forwards, which is quite an accomplishment.
That
and
was a
also
2-minute
breaks
jam.
the 200 mark for Scream Equinox as T-Rex breaks 300 for the
15-point
Creepy
jam.
Crawlies.
Oh, we are seeing a Radical Wheels relay of Doomsday. Had the momentum to the out, could have easily gone out of bounds, but caught herself with some good edge work and scored all 4 points. That was awesome. Again, that point differential does not represent like the level of skill and how great these individual jams are. This is a fantastic game. Like,
Both jammers try to take the inside line.
oh, wow.
Are hit out, run back inbounds. Oh, that's Candy Pain
That is
jamming for the
Candy
first
Pain.
time.
That was very much Candy Pain. Check out those socks. I feel like Candy Pain usually blocks, doesn't she?
She does both, but has been blocking more recently.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of Candy Pain, who is a recent age up, believe it or not. I'm going to see a lot of Candy Pain, hear her name a lot in the upcoming home team season.
Slips past,
Oh,
lands on
both
all
jammers.
fours, but ends up getting back up and running through. Both jammers scoring an equal amount of points right now.
A fun little undercurrent with these exhibition games is that
Wow, great transition
that was awesome.
away from a hit by Candy Pain.
As I was saying, a fun little undercurrent. Just friendly, just casual, but we do know that those home team coaches are watching these exhibition games, seeing what people are great at, seeing what people are growing at, and thinking about their teams and what spots they have for the upcoming year, and thinking about who would be a great fit of these up-and-coming skaters who are not on a home team yet. You'll see our home team season start here at Rose City in September, or is it the end of August?
The draft is in August, but no games until
Yeah.
September.
And I tell you, like, I think every single skater out there should be feeling really good. I think they've shown what they're great at, and it's going to be a great home team season.
Good offense played by Jigsaw. Almost gets Gojo through, and Gojo is
great
able to
job
get
by
through.
Ginger Snapper slowing Yellow Jacket down, giving the lead to her jammer Gojo.
But Yellow Jacket is able to make it a little bit faster
Yellow
to
Jacket's
the
so
pack.
darn fast. Gojo, though, man, right through the pack. Yellow Jacket is being very inconvenienced by Ginger Snapper and by
Jigsaw,
Tropical Punch and
Tropical
Jigsaw.
Punch, and Sliced Potato Chips. This is a very good wall. They're all very good. Good
Gojo
time to call it
calls
off. They're all very good at swapping between offense and defense, which is very difficult to keep track of. But they know when they need to help their jammer and when they just need to focus on blocking the other team's jammer.
We have some amazing junior coaches over there, but I want to especially shout out those adult coaches, Root, Sci-Fi Curious, and Rolls. If you know Derby, you're very impressed by what you're seeing by some of these skaters who are so early in their career doing some pretty darn sophisticated, great strategy. being where they need to be and communicating as a team. That's some great coaching that we have here. We're very fortunate at Rose City. We seem to be having a stretch break. That's probably a good idea.
And a jumping up and down break.
Oh, you know what? I am an announcer. I should say something about our wonderful sponsors. Have I mentioned Lionheart Kombucha, the Portland Mercury, and Secret Aardvark? They have also generously sponsored RCR. We are greatly appreciative of them. And I'm going to go ahead and mention that you should follow and tag Rose City Rollers on social media. Our posts are pretty darn entertaining, and you can stay in the loop about all things Derby in Portland. Also want to encourage you, if you have heard some of these sponsors' names and you're familiar with them or you decide to check out their services, please tag them on social media with hashtag RCR sponsor. If you love them, shout out your love for them because, you know, we couldn't do Derby without our sponsors, and also there's some pretty great businesses.
It looks like Yellow Jacket was sent to the penalty box during that official timeout, giving Lil Havoc a power start.
I wonder what occurred.
Oh, and we have Riot blocking. That doesn't happen very often. Wow, but the offense from Sabretooth Tiger gets Lil Havoc through on the outside very quickly, in less than 5 seconds, actually. They're getting ready to play offense again.
Havoc is through again. Oh, past Cersei, which is not easy.
It's looking like Scream Equinox is working in pairs to play their offense. 2 people taking one skater, 2 people taking another. That is a very good way to do it. It's a lot easier for a jammer to get past 2 skaters than 4.
Havoc is through again.
The wall catches Yellow Jacket, who's now going one-on-one with No Mercy, now back into the tripod, takes a couple hits from Glitch, who just keeps on going. Almost is able to hit them out, still in play, and they just go out of play, are forced to let Yellow Jacket go, probably trying to run back, get a little bit more points for Havoc.
Havoc is through again and
calls
it.
off the jam for a 12-0 jam.
Was it 12, or do we have more to come?
I believe it was 12.
Yep, you're right. Okay, Garcia and PB, usually teammates, now competitors on the lane with each other. They know each other's tricks. You know their tricks too.
I do.
But you can't do anything about it. You can just talk about it.
I'm just sitting up here.
Just sitting up above them. Garcia used the tricks and is through. That was beautiful.
Great spin.
That was classic Garcia.
Kraken playing offense for PB, able to move the wall away just long enough for PB to pick up an initial pass. Garcia ducks through the outside, but is hit out of bounds. Goes for that outside line again. It's caught,
shut down
but
by
does stay
Kraken.
in bounds and is able to slice through the pack. Makes it through for a second scoring
Just
pass
dodged
as
Ruthless.
PB makes it through for her first scoring pass. I lied. That was both of their first scoring passes.
And Garcia is probably hoping to catch some points and then call it, but
PB's able to get through first. Garcia is also through. This seems
is
to be
where
a pretty even jam.
Garcia needs to decide. Call it, let it be even, or try to outscore. She's trusting
Ooh,
her.
apex jump by
know.
PB, who does a lot of spinning to get back on. Oh, but does get a cut
I
jack.
thought that toe was out. Wasn't going to curse it by saying it.
Very pretty, but
Not my place.
quite in bounds.
Garcia sneaks up the outside. So when your jammer gets a penalty unexpectedly and you're suddenly faced with a power jam, does it take you a minute to refocus?
I mean, I'm never actually fully focused when I'm blocking, but yes. It takes me a moment to get to my normal level of unfocus.
That's a lie. You're very focused, or either that or you have so much focus. But
Great offense. Each skater on Stream Equinox picking off a different blocker, getting Garcia through almost untouched.
my very belated point was it seemed like Garcia took advantage of that momentary feeling that the opponents had when they lost their jammer to sneak through. But of course, both jammers are out. 2 minutes are up.
That is a 28
Garcia had
to
a
12
28
point jam.
point jam. That was fantastic. All right. The photographer's going back to the middle to get the good shots. That's when you know things are getting serious.
We've got a few minutes left. We're having Beatrix Slaughter against T-Rex. They actually both have the same real names.
Do they?
Both Beatrix, I believe.
Oh.
Beatrix gets lead, but is then hit out by Bobcat.
Bobcat's done that a few times this game.
And Trix.
Oh.
T-Rex is
and
also
who-
almost out, but then hit.
Who was that? 702.
That is Jigsaw.
Good job, Jigsaw.
Both jammers make it through, get hit out, and have to do it all over again. Great spin by Beatrix Slaughter and great apex jump by T-Rex, and they call it 0-0 jam, but a lot of cool stuff happened to make it
All
that.
of that work for 0 points. We're here for the journey. I say when I haven't done any of the work.
We've got Candy Pane jamming for a second time against Damsel of Distress, who has just been everywhere this game. Looks like we have Noah Mercy playing offense for Scream Equinox and Yellow Jacket playing offense for Creepy Crawlies.
The Crawlies are down one blocker. I think that might be Coyote in the box with the pivot cap.
Which does mean that if Candy Pane gets trapped, she'll have to wait a bit before she can pass the cap, but it does not look like she's
Nope,
going to be
she
trapped.
is untrapped.
She is lead jammer.
Damsel
is
trying to
working.
get untrapped.
Great sweep by Noah Mercy and Sabertooth Tiger, able to get Damsel through. Candy Pane sliding through, getting points. It's that first scoring pass. But Damsel has also gotten through for 4 points. And it looks like Coyote is heading back to the box. Candy Pane makes it through for another 4 points.
So this could be the last jam
Damsel
of the game
makes it through
if
for another
Candy
4 points.
decides not to call it off. That is up to Candy and Candy's
I
coaches.
just noticed, I think that the Creepy Crawlies have sent out a jammer wall because they have Skittles, Yellow Jacket,
You're right.
and PB all jamming.
That's super
I mean,
fun.
blocking, and they were jamming for most
That's
of the game.
kind of a fun tradition, isn't it?
It is.
Especially it's kind of a good sporting tradition, especially if your team has a good, strong lead. Just have some fun. Throw skaters into positions they're not used to skating and just watch the fun happen. This is most likely our last jam. And we have Satoru Goju up against T-Rex. Oh,
Gojo takes a spill and many falls, but
many falls, but everybody's okay.
Gojo
jammers are
managed to
through.
stay in bounds despite a hit by Bobcat.
Gojo's team
who
is
then
very impressed.
Hits Glitch, who then hits Trixie, but
Glitch.
Trixie is able to make it through.
Glitch almost caught Trixie. That would have been amazing.
Period clock ran out.
Gojo's really tired of getting caught by Bobcat up there. That's okay.
Both jammers got hit out.
We are living on jam time. Everything is in T-Rex's hands. T-Rex has just scored 4 points. Again, great game.
Gojo through for 4 points.
I really hope all you skaters, when you come and watch this from the future,
Oh,
that
good
you,
hit out by Glitch.
I hope you feel very proud of your performance. This has been a terrific game.
It has.
Trixie just sneaks past Glitch and is
And
through.
calls it off, and that is our game.
All
We'll see
right.
how many points each jammer's got on that last scoring pass, and then we will find out the official score.
Thank you all in the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for our stream camera people, and for all the volunteers that make this possible. Please come back, watch some of our, we have adult home team champs coming up here soon. And then we have miscellaneous games and some tournaments going on. And then we have the juniors home team season starting up this fall. So
And
please-
that is our final score. Creepy Crawlies 358, Scream Equinox 267.
All right, so what you're going to see now is the teams are going to high five all of their friends and family who come out to the track. And then we're going to turn it over to Puns, our in-house announcer. He is going to announce the MVPs. All right, have a lovely day. Happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate. I've been Snorlax here with Nazgul, and we will see you back here soon.
Team Equinox, who do you have for most valuable jammer?
PB and Jam.
PB and Jam. Most valuable blocker?
Ruthless.
Ruthless. And most valuable player?
Candy Pane.
Candy Pane. All right.
We have once again forgotten to make MVPs. I promise you will get them. I promise you. It will happen, but we do have people. Okay, I have blocker. Slay's potato chips.
Jammer?
Doomsday Adams.
Doomsday Adams. MVP?
Noah Mercy.
Noah. All right, let's do some photos here.